I need all of you to know is this: I am not unmindful of the sacrifices that you have made to be here today. May the grace of God find and locate you wherever you are. It is not ever an easy journey when you are fighting evil. Yes. At all. But some years back, before I started this work, God told me very clearly, and I heard it very clearly. He says, once have I spoken. Once has he spoken, twice have I heard. He says, the truth is enough. It is the only weapon by which you can slay the monster called Nigeria. The truth, nothing else. In my public advocacy, in my fight and my wars against this evil empire that we all live in, I have never lied against anyone. If I don't know, I'll say I don't know. That's true.
You asked, any Nigerian who is still hanging around waiting for 2023 to change Nigeria is a fool. Line 20 Daily Faro me up and ask them to become president of Nigeria. 20 of me, 20. Multiply their brain power by 10, factor of 10, and then force them to operate the 1999 Constitution with the governance system that is enshrined in it. We shall fail spectacularly. The problem of Nigeria can never be resolved by personnel changes. The system is designed with impunity undergirding it, and it can never deliver anything positive to the Nigerian peoples. Be those Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Fulani, whatever they care to be. Make an Igbo man president of Nigeria in 2023 and force him to operate the 1999 Constitution. Complete waste of time. Igbo will continue to suffer the brunt of the wickedness of the Nigerian state. Every Nigerian is rendered stateless by the 1999 Constitution. It is an iniquitous, wicked, and evil document. It has nothing good for the Nigerian people. And the longer we continue to fool ourselves believing, and let me enter one quick caveat. Our rulers are actually very intelligent when they care to be, especially when it comes to their own preservation. And I know as a fact that they're already making noises about restructuring in Abuja. The Mace Snatcher and the Lawan and that one that calls himself Baja, all of them are sat there running helter-skelter, cobbling together some lies that they intend to sell to us as constitutional, what do they call it, amendment. Let's be clear. You cannot continue to build on top of lies. You can't sustain that lie. And as long as justice is missing in a place, you continue to have strife. We need to tell ourselves the truth, and that truth is that the closest we can come to normalcy in Nigeria is to have a return to the original agreements that founded this country. Those agreements are very clear in their fundamentals. One of them, federal system. Nigeria is today not a federal system. Let's stop lying to ourselves. The word federal was brought to life by the American election. Each state has its own electoral body because it is essentially a country within a larger country. That was what our fathers agreed. Nobody agreed a situation where a clueless man will sit down inside a rock and begin to issue edicts and diktats to every other person. Nobody signed on for that in 1960. All the constitutional conferences, beginning from 1948 all the way to the 1951, all the way to 1960, each and every one of them was very clear and unambiguous. Nigeria was meant to be a federal system based on parliamentary democracy. It wasn't by accident that our fathers settled on parliamentary democracy. They wanted to make democracy as close to the people as it could be. So it simply meant that if you're a parliamentarian, you knew your people knew you. It was the aggregation of the parliamentarians that determined who became the prime minister, and they were also the ones at the regional level who determined who became the premier. So democracy was devolved. It was easier for the people to become involved. What we have today is not a democracy. What we have today is not a federation. We've just become a nation of liars who readily accept every lie that we are told.
You think leadership is a common case? No. Esther said, if I perish, I perish. Whenever you are in leadership, look at what happened to Donald Trump. In America, where security is everywhere. Yet, 2 times now they wanted to kill him. Every profession has its own risk. If you're not willing to take the risk that is attached to any profession, step aside so that people who are given that mind by God will go ahead and serve God in that capacity. If you're an actor and an actress and you say you're not going to hug babes and you're not going to kiss them, step aside. Because that's what the job is. Don't come and say you're a born-again Christian. That's what the job entails. If you're a politician and you can't stand for your people that voted for you, and because you don't want to die, step aside. Because that's what the job entails. Any politician that is not behaving like Simfubara, who will resist and protest when his rights are trampled upon, knowing that our judicial system, knowing that our electoral system have failed us, that any politician who will not stand his ground, no matter the risk to his person, I said, I will not speak for that politician again. And I maintain it. And you can see what is happening, because we can't go forward. We calm down. If Simfubara has been saying, calm down, do you know where River State would have been? He said he's ready for them. He's fully prepared. The election must go on. The election must hold. Winners must be declared. They will be sworn in. And whatever is going to happen, let it happen. I am looking for leaders who would say nobody will rig my election, and if you rig my election, I will fight. Nigerians, come out and fight. If they kill anybody, let them kill all of us. Oh yes, and thank God I'm seeing it happen. What Fubara did, was he advocating for violence? Was he advocating that the law should be broken? No. He was advocating for his right. That's my opinion. That's my advocacy. We must advocate for our right and stand by it. I did not disqualify anybody. I don't have that right. I said I am not going to speak for anybody going forward except this person meets this criteria. In any case, we have finished 2023 election. It's over. 2027 election has not come. So anybody who is saying betrayal, what am I betraying? There is nothing on ground. When I was a spokesman in 2023, I did my job creditably well, and we convinced Nigerians on what we believe is right. But you can see that in Nigeria, you not only have to have the power to win election, you have to have the power to defend your election. So anybody that does not have that spirit or power to defend the votes in a manner that you would say, whatever happens to me as a person, let it happen. I am not willing to speak any further for the person. So what I just simply said is that going forward, I will no longer be part of this until these fears are addressed. So I did not disqualify anybody. One, I don't have that power. Then two, I am not betraying anybody because I'm still a member of Labour Party. And you can see I'm still fighting that Labour Party should be consolidated because Nigerians are looking for an alternative to these people. That if you want to fight these people who are compulsive thieves and who are the worst amongst us, leading us, according to Senator Ndume, who is part of them, then you have to grow higher and be more aggressive than calm down. That's what I said, and I stand by it. In all honesty, I would have said we don't. But because I'm a student of theology, I would not say so. Because when Elijah thought he was the only person that was worshiping God, God said, no, you're not the only person. There are more than 7,000 persons like you still in that country that have not done anything evil. I know them. So The only thing we have to do in this country, we must not be sentimentally attached to anybody, any politician. We must not be loyal to political parties or politicians. We have to be loyal to the country and to the law. And if any law is unjust, we have to fight the law. If anybody is doing anything illegal, no matter who the person is, we have to fight the person. So in Nigeria, we must create the environment so that those 7,000 that we do not know who are leaders will be able to begin to emerge. If the good ones keep quiet, they will never emerge. When people say people are selling their votes, you know why they are selling their votes? Because they believe that even if they vote their conscience, it will not count. Not because they want to be corrupt. They saw what happened in 2023. I was an active participant in that election of 2023. They did not sell their votes. But after, it did not count. So they'll be like, why would I go and say I'm voting for my conscience when it will not count? If I'm going to take this money, at least it will be what I gain. So if we don't fight, we are...
People protested when I was governor. They even caused strike. They shut down our schools for months, our hospitals for months. Well verified. We need more transparency. And when you talk about transparency in terms of figures, you show it, you elucidate it. Figures are not 1 + 1 is 2. It's not something you say it's just 2 because of. Tell us how we arrived at it and we'll believe. And when we talk about subsidy, as continuously said, if we are removing subsidy, what are we replacing it with? Where are we applying that subsidy we removed to? So if you say to me, I've removed subsidy, I'm going to use it to build this number of classrooms, to be able to pull out of school children into school, so we can verify and follow and track those schools. We have issue in health, primary health care, especially issue of infant mortality. Removal of resource subsidy will enable us to build this number of primary health cares in different, so that we can measure it. So you don't remove something without saying what is replaced and where are we moving our money to. Or it's helping us to manage our debts. This is it. But here we have fuel subsidy removed, the debt is increasing, and we're not seeing anything. We have to continue our journey on democracy. It's government of the people, for the people, and by the people. However, we need to tweak it where we have some level of parliamentary system in it, like it's in South Africa. So we need to deal with issue of more scrutiny in our expenditure, in our borrowing, in efforts to be able to ensure that our scarce resources is prioritized to areas of urgent need for development, from security, food, all those areas, education. I'm not preoccupied about 2027 election. I'm preoccupied by Nigerians eating today and having a better life. I've said it before, my politics is not about the election. I am not desperate to be president, and I don't want to. What I want to hear is that fuel prices are coming down, bread is getting cheaper, Nigerians are not. You cannot be talking about 38 million Nigerians facing hunger, and I'm talking about next election. Let's talk about hunger. Let's talk about managing our resources today. Let's talk about doing the right thing, the right behavior, showing example to the younger ones, growing up that we're leaders. I've said that everybody, they have right to protest. I've said it before. I would discuss with every protester. They even want government months before they did that. I would sit down and discuss with them. People protested when I was governor. They even called strike. They shut down our schools for months, our hospitals for months. Go and verify. I was talking with them. I didn't come down. I have never, as a politician, as a governor, for one day, go and ask any policeman, say, please, stop somebody. Talk less of arresting the person. It shouldn't be. In a democracy, people have right to say no. I've said it every day. If I'm managing this facility and everybody loves me, I will resign. This is me. Wherever I am, I believe that I have enemies. My job is to convince them. If everybody loves Peter, there's a problem. There's people who hate me because I'm just Peter. They don't even need to give me any reason. It is my job to convince them on why it should be. I convince the teachers why we should return schools to missionaries, and they've seen the result. I convince them why we should go to the missionary facilities, the Ministry of Health, and build school of nursing and midwifery. You just have to. It's a constant thing. That's why you're a leader. You're a communicator. You listen. You talk to the people. It's not a question of what the young ones. I'll meet them. The agitators, the protesters. I will be talking to them.
No. He is the one that's throwing that. Mr. Obi is shooting from the hip. He's not looking. He's not taking an aim. He just, shoots widely like, what we used to see in movies back in the day, in the Wild Wild West. He is not being rational. He's absolutely irrational in his thinking and in his public commentary for a man who was governor for 8 years, who left nothing to remember in Anambra State by way of a legacy or transformation. But all of a sudden, he served as governor 8 years. He didn't have the wisdom or the smarts to change Anambra State, to make Anambra the beacon, that example of, governance in the country. But then, he runs for president, in 2023. And then now, he didn't win. He's sulking. Rather than actually get a perspective and, figure out what he did to lose so he can do better in the future. He would think that he can bring down the government by simply, being maliciously deceptive. That is wrong. I'm not somebody to, to go on that offensive in that manner. But Mr. Obi has crossed the line so many times. And I think that at this point, he has coming to him whatever he gets, he needs to manage it.
Welcome, everybody. Everybody, welcome. But let make ample sense first. Let's make ample common sense. Well, let's make ample common sense. Because common sense is not common. So anywhere we have common sense, we'll get apple free.
If government enter my backyard and see crude oil, they say that they are old. What if they enter my backyard and I see Igbo? Now, who get them? After you go say me, I no get focus. But I don't yam focus.
Now, let's stay focused. Where do I start from? I will come now. Where I will start from? From this morning or from plenty years ago? Where do I start from? Sake. You see a miscreant. Where do I start from? Early this morning, the morning show, me and Daniel, we're talking about Obi's, pretty much Obi's effect. When they accuse Obi of that, Obi no data in level when day before. I remember pointing out two things to him. I said, you are basing your conclusion on the people's reaction, the general people know they like, you know, the way you. I mean, when we look at OB, you can't help but to see those images of a lot of crowd, the enthusiasm and whatever around him, right? Because that's what that's the OB a lot of people know. So I say, don't look at OB level of, you know, where in terms of popularity and all that from that angle. Focus on two things, which is one, media. How media they react anytime we in shit or anytime we in mess. How often the media cover him? How widely the media cover him? That's one. Two, the reaction of the presidency, the Tinubu administration itself. How then they react anytime we will be talk. Remember I said that. And I said, as at last year, they did everything they could to ignore us, even though they exist, right? They focus more on Atiku. Not until towards the end of the year when the arrest of Dede Farutimi and the role he played, everything just ended the notes on a very high. I mean, nobody's talking about Bola Tinubu's media chat anymore. No, everything that he did all during the festive period, people don't forget, right? In fact, even the fact that he was in Enugu, I mean, I where he go safe recently, still it's not it's not you know, the cash fire as expected. That's one. Remember, and I said the idea, the fact that somebody conceived that idea that he should speak, it was spot on. Timing, the idea, everything was perfect. The only thing that is called to question is the production. I say the production was off. It could be better than that. So and again, if you go back through the electoral campaign period, they always steady obedience. The idea of always staying at the offensive side, defensive side, is exhausting. I don't think you can keep up. Once in a while, una go hammer, go on the offensive side, cut them on unaware, and that's exactly the role that Obi brokers play. I don't even expect it because I expect Obi don't see anything. I don't understand. Maybe they are just bringing out of proportion to cover up the conundrum, the brouhaha that is going on about the tax reform bill. But let's put that aside. This is New Year. Obi started on a bank. I said it that the initiative, so just to even put up that media move was a brilliant one. But I was kind of like, no, man. What is it? You're speaking to the young people. Why is I remember I was on Moye's corner 2 nights ago. I was challenging on Moye's corner. I said, come. This is on a press conference. It's a brilliant idea. It's a good move, the timing and everything. But what's going on, man? The message was tailored towards the young people, but I don't see young people asking a big question there. I didn't see the effect of the social media at play. I mean, I pointed out a lot of things that the people who are working around the bill need to be doing. And one thing I also recommend to the Omoye is that they gotta be shooting, man. You gotta go hard from once in a while. Maybe every time they go do on the defensive side. So it's funny that he's getting this reaction that he's getting. As I'm on the B side on this one. I'm rooting for him. Keep going. Keep putting it on fire. Keep putting fire on people like Sake, who is the SSSSSSSAAAAAA to the City Bar Association. So when I see a big tweet at first, I was like, man, which can joke? Who are these people just they play with a bit? But I look at me guy, I say, come on, this is not a real Twitter page. This one no be Bajuel. This is him speaking out, man. This is him speaking out. I say, have I really crossed the line? You don't come up for crossing the line means you. I don't know where the line is. Let's say the line there, Abuja, right? let's say the line there Abuja now. Mona, give me a minute. I need to set this thing outside. Saki, I don't catch you, Abi. I know your position. You are the SSSSSSSAAAAAA, the City Boy Gang Association. So, I think I for the very first time I see the obedient score a point that I kind of I'm happy with, even though it could have been more harder than it is now, but I take this one for them. I smoke one for them too. Fuck it. Where's David? I just hope David show up today again this evening because we had exactly our conversation earlier on center on this what's going on right now. So Sake, over you see your APC, you say okay, so the P and a man he be Marco never vote. Abi? No, this one sweets me small. I don't know why. I like this move. I like shit like this. You guys have so many ammunition, so many actioners at your disposal. Every day will be the pile up, given our content, given ammunition to stage war. I mean, politically speaking, right? But I don't know. They wait me to read them before they go respond. So when I saw this tweet, I was like, Obi, who is Obi? Is Obi really speaking? Or have you people are up to no good? Now, he said, have I really crossed the line? Now, I said, where the line there? I was actually where the line there. If the line there, Abuja, let's say the line are Unity. Now, but Arabic speaking, I'm just for the sake of a conversation, right? So let's say the line are Unity Gate for Abuja. That's the line. That's the red line. I'm trying to answer that question as best as I can. The question that will be asked, if he has crossed the line, which I'm also asking. Now, if the red line, the line na Unity Gate for Abuja, right, and will be residing in Onitsha, what he has done, right? It's like he just wake up from a bedroom, enter, apology to those where they stay for face me and face you like Sake. We just move, come up for face me and face you, enter one boys quarter for Asu Corona as SSSSAAA. Very soon, as soon as the SS they drop, AA they reduce, they come up for boys quarter and they enter. Anyway, so it's like Obi just come up for in bedroom. When you wake up in the morning, you wake up, roll out of your bed, and make you just peep to see the aroma that is coming from the Dana area to see what's going on there. What is cooking. I just say peep. That's exactly what it. That means he never even brush his mouth, eat breakfast, shower, dress up, come out for a house, go airport, one fly, enter Abuja before you go drive cross the red line. So he never even start, just like pitch, as far as I'm concerned. So the idea, if he has crossed the line, I'm dumbfounded that that's even the way they are seeing it. The guy not talking anything. He did not say anything because from my own point of view, the guy should have go harder. I mean, it's coming too late, but it's good. May they not allow this one quench. May they organize another one again. You need to go on podcast now. What is the popular podcast in Nigeria at this point? It was in Honest Bunch, You need to go another place, go drop one. Since there's nobody that actually in that level that we speak, that the federal government will respond, that we think is speaking for Obi. These days, nobody they take care. What's his name? Part of them is serious anymore. It's pretty much like regular like me. It's just they even get used again. So since now only him, maybe they prepare him again. They prepare him as this this is the anxiety they go down. He go release another better one. But this time around, they should, please. They should put in work. Maybe this what they say like na iPhone, I been na Samsung, they shoot that, they produce that conference, press conference. Now end they cry. Say the masses will be the shoot from the waist. Don't worry. Now I go and see the shoot first. I just say at this point, suppose on the entire grenade, politically speaking, they can't bozak when you go to give. All this in travel, say you know go for the travel the way they travel. If you are there in your city, you know my city, you know go there. I go find you one day, make we flex. Wait a minute. Well, okay, wait. I just say, you know, in a festive this period, a lot of people don't call me about village and all that kind of shit. I just say now what you talk about. So where it is at the first? Nedu podcast. Nedu is still chopping abachas in Enugu. Yeah, but it was on that podcast, before. So making free that one first. Maybe for one podcast go for North. Or maybe go do one for go outside the country after all. Now there be their organ office day. Go North, go through one. Yeah, see, that would be effective. Yeah, go Sokoto, or Maiduguri. You go Sokoto or Maiduguri. Then if they go Sokoto, if they go Maiduguri, make them teach them 2-3 lines of Kanuri. You understand? Make him put there. Since now waiting the Kasim Shetima like to do with that. May go speak from where for Maiduguri or may go Sokoto. You get why? When he speak for there, he say you there Atlanta. This guy. Speaking of, I say no. Can I still remember the year I was in Atlanta? I know the Atlanta. I was in Atlanta. Shit, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Terrible. So I know the Atlanta. I did between what's it called? Bayou. Maybe this Bayou against LSU area. Baton Rouge. Between Baton Rouge and Texas, pretty much. Freezing cold in Texas, I was told. So, U-turn. If T-Pain arrest you, you no go food. You no go arrest him, but it's not above being arrested. Now people supposed to understand with that. When I hear people they brag, if they arrest now. You don't know the history of your country with that. They go jail out. My law was jail. Zig said they pick up. Now only protest, you go be protest now. Abi? But I don't think Tinubu would do that, Tinubu no go do that. They no go. If you would arrest him, he just put his own re-election in a very. I don't think he wants to have that kind of difficulty. He's going to win re-election pretty much easy as at today, But if he make the move of arresting, it will be, oh boy. The army say we have to come back to the table. I calculate. But so he's not going to do that. It's not going to do that. Especially now where Nnamdi Kanu, where they jail. They say it's because he's violent, Abi. So B is as peaceful as a dove. So we should see how do you make that kind of sense? So I don't think they will do that. For me, I don't even know why. Because he will be come out and when I was in idea, I never even read and finish. I later he's been threatened and all that. If not, what's his name? Felix Morka. It's not even in the amongst the hierarchy of speakers for this government, is he the fan? Does he even get to Abuja? Or does he have office in Abuja? Let me put it that way. So there's hierarchy to this. You understand? The fact that what's his name? Ononuga. Is that guy's name? Is that Ononuga be name now? That be pretty much be the big boys of the media hierarchy there now, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not coming from him, it's not coming from it's coming from Alex, but I wonder why then they react like that. But maybe let's see, maybe they won't see how Bigo reacts. Let's see what he says. He said, "Here I have I crossed the line?" So I never even come up for your house, so no get land to cross. I asked this question because my New Year message is now led to threat against my life, my family, and those around me. But you said that in the communique now, in the press conference, in the New Year message. But that doesn't mean you should not say it again at every chance and opportunity you get. Now, while I have received all sorts of messages, one Mr. Felix Morka has gone further to accuse me of crossing the line and has warned that I will face the consequences. I find it necessary to share this message again and urge everyone who has not seen it to see it. I mean, that message was as lame as it gets. I know who I didn't even expect I don't even expect Bola Tinubu they will respond. Seriously, I was kind of surprised that they responded. Because, I mean, OBI has, for me, has pushed harder than now in the past, and they ignore him. So, what's going on here? Why? There's so many ways. I don't want to begin with so many minutes to this because now I'm curious where he is, because now the article cap don't they calculate because I mean since you come also give back Gbagbo's finish that put show because if I make they do ranking now, right? If I they do ranking, I don't know people they do all those their posts during the election, which is they call it, where they take polls. This now they're supposed to do polls too now. Supposed to rank. I think that's one thing. Where Dr. Lamiji, if you did that, that's a business issue. You should convince the New York billionaires to look into. Now they're supposed to because in terms of popularity now, we don't change, right? I don't know where Tinubu would be in terms of rap, but Obi is pretty much at the top right now. It's at the top of the game among his peers, among those who we know are vying for the position. One will also take a very good a leap forward, up there at the top too, but there's still a big gap between him and Obi and Atiku. So I can't wait to see how the Atiku camp will respond to. I mean, not necessarily going to respond to Obi or respond to Atiku, but they will find a way to come, either to shift attention away from from Obi at Tinubu, and it will do something, or it will join force. It will come in a way by joining force with Obi. What do I mean by joining force? You will retaliate that what kind of the leaders are we? What kind of a country are we turning to? Is it not one cannot speak his mind? Along that kind of shenanigan, which people will be applauding, right? So there's that space for him to come in. But again, the man don't take for trenches, so he knows. So he continued, he said, let me see, Sake, I don't know here, we don't chop petition from PO. They play. I forget that they don't do anything, they don't take power. They don't do anything. You understand? They don't do anything. If they say they go fit do anything, I don't think he has crossed that line. Now, international community will fear sanction and fear Amara, but I don't think government will. It's not that. I don't know. I don't think it's not in a position whereby Ingo do some kind of things to the point that they will call the. I think that's the farthest he can go. The last time that they accused OBI, of course, be part of be in charge of the organizing NBAC government, if I'm not mistaken. Even though sure they come out every day on TV, they shall say they in charge. He's part of the organizer. And they leave out. But again, they just want to dilute because once you bring OBI into the picture, it becomes more political, it becomes a different conversation entirely. And they'll push him. I think they succeeded in doing that too, right? I think they did that. They did that. I see that Ononuga came out and said Obi was responsible, and was that when they hit Obi for face and everybody confused? Yeah, I remember asking Playtown, say how far they are going to be part of the protest. They know they are still waiting, and I burst out laughing. I don't trust that they want to put more fire in his popularity, unless if it's what I'm suspecting, which is there's an underground work between this class, the class 10 and age grade, between Konkoso, Wike, Obi, Bala Mohammed to push landlord Atiku out of PDP. Not necessarily push him out, but they will try and frustrate him not to get the ticket. Or even if he gets the ticket, go win. And that will be the end of his presidential run. But I doubt if we even end his presidential run. The guy will see they go. Wait a minute, sir. So I'm interested to see how when he will recover from Konko's shots, and Obi just decide to stay in his own lane and see they torment everybody. That's interesting to watch. So I will see who again. Yeah, I'm more interested in how what's his name? Atiku will savage in position right now in this game of things. So now Obi continues. He said, if I've truly crossed the line, I've invited anyone to point it out, as I remain committed to upholding decorum. However, I will not be silent in my resolve to speak truthfully, especially as our nation continues to drift towards undemocratic practices. We are increasingly transforming into an authoritarian and repressive regime where freedom of expression is being systematically suppressed. May God help us create a better and free society for the sake of our children. That's the part I know this guy. Every other thing is saying, I fuck with, but when he be saying, may God, mbano. May the people rise to their consciousness one day and say enough is enough. That's what I want to hear. It's not when they say may God. May God don't care. God is chilling, man. God is preparing for Donald Trump's inauguration. That's what God is. That's what God is preparing for. You saw. I don't know if people are paying attention. The Trump affair is already taking place. Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, boom, resigned just like that. The next one is Germany. George Bloom will be gone. Who's that? Who about the game? Who's Kesiama, whatever they call the British guy? He's on his way out, and I think I see. Not Kemi. I don't know. I don't see how Kemi can do it. I don't see how Kemi is going. There's a video going around and around when that BBC, one of those foreign media, was asking our chief of staff about There's an allegation of arresting of children, rape, and all that kind of shit. And who posted it? Somebody put it on X. But as we speak, Kemi has actually bust a ring of max rape and every other thing that is going on in the UK. So the fact that they are not on the question side by side, it baffles me. But that's on the foreign news, right? Prime Minister Trudeau is gone. A family affair. His father was the first. The father was a former prime minister from 1967, if I'm not mistaken. No, 1969 to 79. Then came back again in 1980 to 1984. So it's not when the Canadians go on to tell you say election free and fair. They are on a family dynasty. But anyway, talking about family dynasty, I see something about Tinubu's son. What was his name again? Sheyi. All right. I think it was Marino. She didn't. Oh, he was trying to criticize Obi. That was sound very very. How much did they pay all these guys themselves? Yeah, because their job is man, not just easy. It's fucking ridiculous too. Let me see. We can bring one up. That's right. I think Reno did. He said won't take shot at Obi on this issue. Oh. Okay, he just responded to Obi's tweet. He said, "Dear Peter Obi, I'm rather surprised that you are now talking about the trends. So you know it is wrong to act in such a manner. How the guy hide? I know I'm still very fucking. If anybody can find any word or any line that will be said in that uh, media address that actually covered live, me person can't tell me, man. I don't understand why they are being dramatic. I think something else is going on. When you're obedient, you are threatening the lives of my wife. This guy. 1 year old daughter, what did you do? I brought it to your attention. You did nothing. Every single day, I receive over 10 death threats from obedient. Bullshit. Have you called them out? Obedient came to my house in England, tracked me to my jogging route, and released my US address. What did you, Peter Obi, do about that? Professor Wole Shenka, Peter, Pastor Enoch, Pastor Kweju, Sam, Omosheye, and a host of others have been threatened, insulted, abused, and malign by the vicious mob of Ukraine and unleashed on Nigerians. And after getting a horde of uncons and mannerless and aggressive rude pests, something else is happening. Man. I'm not sure say that media brokers now they react to like this. And after gathering a host of uncouth, mannerless, and aggressive rude pests, you now act the victim, claiming that Nigeria is becoming an authoritarian and repressive regime. What is not your obedience? Was it not your obedience that's threatening to burn down Fela Shirian because Femi Kuti did not support you? When you're running me, Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed said that swearing in Bola Ahmed Tinubu as president should mark the end of democracy in Nigeria. What did you do? If you are looking for authoritarianism, Peter, by manner and luck, why interesting? Why I like politics? why I like I think politics? I will change the name of my platform. So politics is a way of life. It's not beyond politics no more. I think it's a way of life. Wildlife policy, just assuming Obi become president, not even 2027, 2031 for instance. This guy will be, he go there. He go there. So just, I mean, that's why I say, how much does he pay him? I mean, that's an easy freaking job. Because it doesn't even mean, it's, I don't know, for the fact that he's getting export, from obedience alike, maybe make it worth it. Other than that, I don't know. Mark, Happy New Year. You ran away. Here I can't see you. Oh, you ran to Omoyes corner. I like that. I said Omoyes platform, Omoyes corner. That's a good. Anyway, Obi got under APC skin. The whole media is on fire. APC going on. You know how they always talk and say they should stop being on the defensive side. Take a shot, man. Go for it. Like this man, they give him very vulnerable. The administration is wide open. The North decided to just make them. They take advantage of, they make some country in their favor, or they see the opposite country. When I heard they shout. Like Nigeria they defend. Now they wait maybe nobody attack on every day. I mean, it's lieutenant. Say go for this guy. Go. You cannot do anything wrong by going for the government of the day. I greet you, Mike. But I don't know. I seriously, Mark, come tell me, I beg. What is about? For me, okay, the timing and the idea to come out with a media address at that time is very brilliant. But other than that, the speech, I think I was even saying that the speech like saying I may write down. And if I'm using me as a standard, that's not acceptable, even to me. So that's how low I rated the speech. I said that, I mean, you're just talking to the youth. It's good, okay, giving them moral support and all that kind of shit, but that can even kill a fly. But I'm surprised that, I don't know, that I would say that I was in APCC for the past 2 years to respond to people with that. We do know it's not news. He wants to get on Jagaban good book. So it's no news, hence why he is attacking. No, he's getting paid. No, it's working on a job they give us to. To keep the obedience away from Asu Rock. That's the whole point, though. Keep them far. It's like giving face. Keep them far away from the happenings. You don't want them to pay attention to what is happening. They will know too much. Or the children. Children know too much. They know too much. Before you know that, when they carry camera and they enter every corner for Asu Rock, I beg. You stay. Don't put them Nigeria. Stay far. Stay online there. Keep them busy. That's his job. And as far as I'm concerned, he's doing good because he's getting so much response. I was like, what the heck, man? I don't know why people they respond to the guy anyway. I don't yarn am before today, and yes, we even catch up on DD show. I said they need me. I think that was my criticism. I said, come. Obi has given you guys so much. Why not they allow the guy to overwork himself like this? I expect them to prepare another one. Since there's nobody that will speak that will have any effect like Obi, which is sad as far as I'm concerned. But may they prepare Obi again. May they prepare as soon as this one they go down, may go drop another one. But I suggest you should go to Sokoto, go to Meduguri, go drop another interview. If they go Meduguri, may they teach one or two Kaduri or Margi. Maybe they go where and give us one or two fufu day. You know, be even as I said, fufu day. Make okay. That's what you should be doing. Or make it just go. I don't know where you go. Sir, if to say you get French, make it go France, go drop one interview, something. Yeah, make it just keep them. They should not let this tempo go down. Obedience. Obi don't set the tempo. Don't start on the high note. The best the obedience family will do is to maintain it, but I expect them to improve on it. To be up his game after daily order. I tell you now, I say come. I mean, you can't just let daily energy just go on tap. Since obedience, oh God. I don't know. if I dey do obedient work, e no go sweet me like say man. I know say na if na work e dey work for people, they go pay am so as if e pay. Because they should not make them not allow this movement just go like at least I expect them to maintain the energy for the next 3 months. The first quarter of the year should be on record saying na obedient dominate the newspaper because they try so much, right? They try to bring EPA, say they arrest, they no grade release EPA, they are relieved to. That did not work as much as I expected. I think as much as they expected it to work. Then they come to talk about Dollar Tinubu drop that he dropped 2 points. I saw that on Kubu's Gede. I was like, okay, let me give you the. That was very early in the morning. I said, man, wait, give him a couple of hours to see if that will jump on. But apparently nobody. Then Obi come out now, drop this one. Then they begin run a task scatter. Isn't that wonderful? Obi they need to do their own part, man. They've been slacking. How can I go take come back? I don't know. In an actor, sha, I'm not giving up on him, but he has successfully put himself in one corner that if not me now, since they don't even the media house is not the best for ourselves. So now podcasting they go now. If I be him, if I'm to advise him, go to Omoye's corner. Go Omoye podcast. Spend like 30 minutes, an hour to 2 hours with Omoye. You know, as you understand why they need to do that is to expand her. I mean, they know she exists. It's part of the whole media apparatus. But they need to expand her, expand so that's one way of coming back with that. And go with the way you do it, they will drop one project for them. Say this is what we are going to be doing. You know, take attention away from what you have said before about the whole show. That's how you do this. On the side of people Gazette, writes $2.7 million budget. I not just understand. I will send my two cents, 2 minutes. They read down. Invest me. They don't have anything to say. I mean, people when they give Tinubu money anyhow, give her loan anyhow. You see here, I mean, I don't. Well, anyway, let me say I know understand. It's not part of the misinformation and miseducation of the public. Anyway, you think Obi don't even drop Kenneth? If you ask me, he is not needing daily. It is not needed. Obi and no. It's needed. They need down. They need down. I mean, nobody say they no go. It's no go. They no go feel move ahead, but in this game, what you are doing, you are losing him to your opponents. You know, good because he's good at what he does. Forget say he just you got frustrated, you got carried away. I mean, maybe you got scared. I mean, but after him go do 8 years. If you know come Obi way again, I mean, you think he can survive the street like that? So he has nothing. I mean, so you should understand where the guy they come from too. So Obi no go. He just has to work his way back to. It will take him time to get to that point that he was. Because I don't know, even if not the mogul self, I thought the link was out there. Okay, if not the Mogo self, it goes me then nobody to call his name again. But so if you are dropping him, you are not dropping him. You are losing him to your opponents. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. I go war with people like Kenneth. You know, he has his value. Don't forget that he has his value. He has his value. Okay, it's just got and it's just it's new in the system. It's new in the game. Okay, it's new in the game. It's not that it's not as lucky like them Boala them. No, not be say lucky per se. It's not that savvy yet. He never served. He just come into the game now. I be I don't only our city boys.
Okay.
I do.
Very much. I saw your headlines about your brother saying that he was being threatened.
I don't know why you guys why you city boys? Why are you threatening the guy? That guy is innocent.
Why threatened by who? Who is threatening him?
You the city boys. You guys are threatening his family.
I beg you. That guy should quit whining and quit talking about like a little boy, man. You see?
Oh, come on now.
No. See, if it's truly been threatened, I condemn it totally. Okay, I'm against whether in the public sector or the private individual being threatened. Nobody have a right to threaten anybody's life. Period. But I tell you this: it didn't start today. See, these are the things that we do, and we believe that we should look the other way around. We'll talk about freedom of speech. Okay, in these days and era, you see a lot of people going online, spewing rubbish, saying nonsensical stuff, with belief that it is their right to say those things. Look.
But what did he say though? I'm still actually I watched the whole. I mean, I was even angry that this
is tweet saying that if he crossed the line, he's a politician. All right. Not everything he says.
No, but listen, he said that for a reason, though. He's not saying that for. Let me tell you why. Let me play a video why he said that. There's a reason he said that. He didn't just say it because. I mean, maybe you can say there's a better way to. There's other way, not better way. There's other way to phrase it, but I mean, this is a game. You should also understand that. You know now.
I know.
No. He is the one that's throwing that. He's Mr. B is shooting from the hip. He's not looking, he's not taking an aim. He just, shoots widely like, what we used to see in movies back in the day, in the Wild Wild West. He is not being rational. He's absolutely irrational in his thinking and in his public commentary for a man who was governor for 8 years, who left nothing to remember in Anambra State by way of a legacy or transformation. But all of a sudden, he served as governor 8 years. He didn't have the wisdom or the smarts to change Anambra State, to make Anambra the beacon, that example of, governance in the country. But then, he runs for president, in 2023. And then now, he didn't win. He's sulking rather than actually get a perspective and, figure out what he did to lose so he can do better in the future. He would think that he can bring down the government by simply, being maliciously deceptive. That is wrong. I'm not somebody to, to go on that offensive in that manner. But Mr. B has crossed the line so many times, and I think that at this point, he has coming to him whatever he gets. He needs to manage it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, like, share, and subscribe. I need that. Like, share, and subscribe. I don't want it. So that last part when he said he should manage what is coming for him, I think that is what they took to
I didn't hear that part. I was listening to the
I am even actually surprised that
it's more or less like
that is getting a surprise, that is getting a reply. Obi didn't say anything in that. I mean, I was angry. This guy not talk anything now. Yeah, I tried to say shit that we actually shake ground, but he didn't say so. I'm surprised he's getting respond. I'm not going to lie.
Because he's trying to, it's to me, what Moka said there, I watched the interview. Look, that's what Moka is being paid for to do as a spokesperson.
Right.
He's speaking
That's
for his
true.
party. And what he has
Right.
done is, of course, go on offense as well, to speak against whatever he has said in the past or what he's going to say in the future. Now, to actually tweet, more or less twisting the entire thing Moka said, to me, I think that's so sick. Okay. And this is not going to work. It's never going to work because what it's trying to do is to enable, or should I say, rise his followers. Because the way this is going to be reported in the bloggers and all those micro space where his followers do us most is that they're going to take it out of context and they're going to be, because I've already seen it in one of the bloggers space, and they're already threatening with farms and brings and all sort of things. But to me, look, if you want to
Well,
distinguish yourself as a politician, of a modern politician, there's a way you go about it. To me, this is the same culture that breed a council culture. Now, if you do not speak well of OB, if you do not support him, so to
I don't know. Is it me or nah? I don't really can't hear you. If you can hear me. Mark say his move was not needed. He waffle at times. We came up. Najama saying that because of the interview, I think so. Maybe there's more. Mark, you said Obi called APC publicity sec. It was intentional. I mean, what do you mean he called his name? I mean, what do you mean he called him? He called his name or like, as in, make me understand.
when his vice candidate candidate was threatening all sort of things on in the media, what did he say? Well, was it? I mean, I've never seen his any of his interview where he condemned where his candidate, vice president candidate, says during the election. Or have you, Ovie? So you shouldn't share it.
But I think you should. I think I noticed one thing about Obi. Obi has that same thing that Trump kind of has. They know they apologize like that, and I think it's not a bad thing if you ask me. Because you have to also put the arena into consideration.
Nobody ever apologized in Nigeria politics. Nobody.
So, so, but my point is, if that's, I think what he's doing, for me, it's not doing much in terms of opposition. Me see they criticize that. That's how I'm concerned. I call that Jagaban the president.
There's nothing wrong.
Hold on, Jagaban the president. Jagaban is a master of this game.
There's nothing wrong in criticizing the government. There's nothing wrong in criticizing the government. That's nothing wrong. But when you are deliberate,
what Tinubu has done or can do in terms of being playing opposition.
No.
You know that.
Yeah, but when you are deliberately cherry picking and gaslighting at the same time, with the hope that would turn off people against the government. Look, you can at this junction. I do not expect politics to be being played at this moment. I expect him to at least go for what he did during his speech, the New Year's speech, by going after the policy. That's what I expected. And for him to have enough time to respond to Moka on his space on X, I found it a little bit distasteful because, look, if you really want to...
Wait. He said it's a threat. I mean, he put it pretty well that you cannot, there's no way you can separate. The threat is at the center of it. That's what he's saying. That they are threatening him and his family, even they said it. But wait, let me ask you this. All right? I see where you are coming with that point. I think I agree with you in terms of is maybe maybe I might not agree 100% that he's trying to turn people against the government, right? There's a thin line between is a good thing and is a bad thing there. But the question I want to ask you, this administration, right? Put Tinubu aside. I say there's a reason I say put him aside because he is in the carrying himself presidential. I mean, we have to give him that in terms of playing with the culture, playing along compared to where we are coming from, right?
You mean Tinubu?
But yes, but
You
can you say that? Can you say that of the people around him, though? Not even people appointed. People that are actually elected, like the Senate president and co, the way they are carrying themselves, the way they are behaving, the way they talk.
Well, I think it's going to. I think it's going to, one way or the other, it's going to pay for it when during second time, if he's going to be contesting for second time, because people are going to make reference to his appointment, his appointee, and what they've done while in office. But I want to believe that more than half of those appointees were actually political appointees, where they were in that position just to compensate.
Of course, me and you understand that, but that's not enough. Well, everybody know that they are working for the administration, they are representative administration. So what I'm trying to say here is that don't you think OB is actually taking advantage of that? Right? That's that tiny
as an opposition,
that's what he's doing.
As an opposition.
Exactly. So I'm not saying don't blame him, blame the game. Don't blame the player, blame the game.
No. There's a distinct difference between exploiting the inadequacy or inefficiency of the incumbent, but at the same time staring the honestness. You can't do both together. Our country is.
But this guy is not a violent guy. I don't think you're not a point. He's not going to flag.
He's not a violent guy, but sometimes.
It's still what opposite of what you are
No. There's one thing to be perceived in the public as a non-violent person. There's another one, where you are actually doing things remotely and you think that, people won't understand your game work. No, people do. But as far as I'm concerned,
this is the first time that their attack is actually hitting the target. That's how the people they see it like this. Right?
No,
they are always at the receiving end. They are always defending.
No, his followers.
Followers no people penetrate the government now, right? There's nothing. The followers have been ward out of the government by the likes of Reno, Boala. They're doing a pretty good job in keeping the obedience away from hitting the main target. So this is actually the first time that the thing hits. Don't you see it like that? Tell Tinubu to call his people around him to order. I know they hear you again.
His people will do what they're going to do, but the point is this.
Exactly. So why you not playing people for exploiting?
Obi should stick with what he does as opposition. Criticize policy, but don't go about, this pity party of a thing like, this has it crossed the line, his life, families, everybody being threatened. Who hasn't been threatened?
But if that is true, so it is his threatening and he's saying it out, which is normal.
Who hasn't been threatened? I won't mention listen, it comes with it. Okay, when you are seeking for positions or public policies, you know our clients, you know what we do, and but the point is, you shouldn't come out now and start doing the pity party rhetorics. Nobody's going to write that. Is it not this same individual pre-election when it was on video when he was saying that Tinubu's camp sending these messages to the people of Lagos, this and that, and it happens that those who are sending distributing or sending those messages were actually just fanatical followers that just like him when he doesn't have a control over his followers. Look, I'm not saying if anybody threatens his life, okay, let him go and report to the police. I mean, these days we have an IP address that can track everybody.
Wale, even though your points are valid, But in the scheme of things, now he is just taking advantage of the opportunity that he's seeing. What I'm trying to say here, I think more energy should be put on the people that work in Bolatin administration. They should do better. Well, not be doing better not because of policy. I'm talking about how they actually help to protect and project the image of the government. Now them go do am. Bola Tinubu cannot be everywhere. And as far as concerned, he's doing well. He's carrying himself well, right? Be compared to what people were expecting him to become. He has exceeded everybody's expectation in terms of how he carry himself and all that, right? But the people, every other person around him, it's just, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to do that. They are more in the news for wrong reason rather than the good things. If you want to look, if you want to actually mirror into any good thing that this government is doing, where do you go to? Trust me. Maybe you go straight to the man himself, or maybe now Minister of Aviation, then the Interior Minister. These are the only people that are actually doing well in terms of performance and the way they carry themselves. I'm surprised that somebody like Yamo is not everywhere fighting, right? That's what I expect. I thought he would be in the media else fighting all the time, but to my greatest surprise, it's not just calm and focus, and the result is out there. So this government has a lot to do. People around them that has a lot to actually do. So just because time it's not going to get any easier. Trust me, it's not going to get any easier for them. Sure, you know that. It's not going to get any easier because people now will encourage the encourages that they see. You understand? They'll get encouragement they see. So I mean, Tinubu. Now, I'm not. I dey laugh because Tinubu understand the game. Who is better than being a bad opposition, a good opposition, a dangerous opposition, whatever you want to use them to describe Bola as opposition, it fits him. So I don't. I'm not. I think he's enjoying what is going on, especially when Atiku is on the other side. Not you see so. That the guys say in a way, if he just put the job to speak for one corner, they look at the debate they go on.
All I know is that come 2026, all that is not going to work.
No, it's not gonna work. Maybe no, me. I'm not worried. I'm interested in 2031. I'm not gonna lie. 2031 is I'm more interested in that. If we keep this energy, oh my god, it's gonna be interesting. Tinubu is not going to lose the election come 2027. I mean, as of today, he hasn't done anything that will even make him go sleep with the think. Is on top of his game in
But if you
terms of
look at
getting elected.
the antecedent of the northern governor so far, playing
These
politics
people.
with the tax reform,
Now, see,
you understand
the
the
tax
influence
reform, there's one
that
thing you understand about
no, no, no.
tax reform. It's
Hey,
not Bola Tinubu's policy.
look,
That IMF, so they don't have choice. Forget
no,
all this grammar.
don't comment on what you're doing, whether it's been recommended or not. The person implementing it is this current administration.
No, my point is that the northern elite don't have choice. You understand? This is not Nigeria thing. This is not
They don't
a.
have choice for what?
Eh?
They don't have
The
choice for what?
bill don't pass. It go pass. They don't get choice.
Now
Only
they're
thing
trying
I
to
just
tie
want.
that. They're trying to tie that to the election coming in 2026.
No, not even 26. They are trying to solidify the agreement of turn by turn.
I mean,
No,
it's already been established. Whether
who,
whether
who, who, who tell you that one? Is established
mm,
with what they did to Tinubu himself? Was it not
did you
established
did,
before they tried to backstab him?
did you listen
Was it not established?
did you
But
listen to Seo Sani's interview on TVC?
no, but what did he
Okay,
say?
where he actually altered the northern governor's agenda by saying that if they're going to be using this to edge Tinubu out of power, and then the power goes back to the north, that is going to affect the stability of that country called Nigeria. That what you can
There
do is
is
to work with him, negotiate with him, and then find a common ground. If they're going to use politics for everything, that is going to
Listen,
boomerang.
see, but
So
Wale, you have to. There's so many things you have to put into consideration. This na the time where we did are not time to play around. You understand? There no get choice. The only see, there's no local power that can take Tinubu out of presidency or any other president at all, unless they kill him. I mean, me and you know say they no go try him. So the only power that can take anybody out of Aso Rock is not based in Nigeria. It's outside the country. Now, what is it this if you come out Tinubu? He knows that. They know that. So all this gra is they're trying to get that same commitment ahead of 2031. Why I thought say they are trying to do that because even him, there was a solid agreement between them and the Buharis. Was there no agreement? But how did it turn
that's
out at the
why
end of the
the
day?
governor went to
No, but
Buhari.
hold on. But how did it turn out at the end of the day? They fucked up the agreement. It's not even a secret no more that Buhari doesn't want to give it to Tinubu. They won't give it to Ahmed Lawan. This is not me saying it. This is his own man saying it live and direct, over and over again. So and the Tinubu, they see the Tinubu that good luck. Why you dey talk like this? It is the Nigeria now. Nobody in Nigeria will they see. So the heart of Nigeria is in the southwest. Now business now get any country now. No be business. Now business get crippled Lagos to see where the Nigeria go move forward. I mean, Mokuna know they see this kind. They can do all the gra they want. Buhari
In
was
the,
there for 8 years. He got everything he wanted.
in the
Everything
last
he wanted, he
election,
got.
in the last election, the majority of the votes casted for Tinubu came from the north.
Tinubu day outside. I just tell you, say every power was working against him. Asu Rock was working against Tinubu. What do you expect? But he pulled it off. Kai, now they in charge now. I don't think what see. In as far as in good terms with the Western power, who now then get most of the investment in Nigeria. We are not saying this that because say they be masters or no. Most of the investment that are foreign. I mean, now we get out. So now the only people who do any of that, all this, forget all this, the North is already in alliance. The Northern people, what they are doing, everybody they bargain. How do I make sure I come back? How do I make sure? And that's what is going on. Person like Tinubu, the presidency, you see anybody go fit here because how you know one time again. How you want to work? You know what as your president. This is not good luck. Jonathan said it has to be the power. Even I mean, John Terry was literally living in Nigeria. So you have to put a lot of things into perspective. Forget all this noise that they make. I'm telling you, the Northern they have no choice. The big go pass. He has to pass. He has to pass. You don't see the order where they're gonna give them. He has to. This is not about Tinubu. It's not about Lagos. That they try the free map. No,
I know it's
they
going to pass, but
they
I know it's
understand the
going to.
majority of the tax being collected is going to be paying debt, going back to the West.
No. Look, I get it totally. I understand that interpretation. But the point is that
Oh no.
the bill will pass. But what they have to do is
I'm not hear you again. If you are still speaking, they are just doing shakara. Okay, sorry, I can hear you now.
can you hear
Because there is a deadline. Okay,
me?
so you did break.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me
I
now?
hear you. Yeah.
Okay, I left where there's Wi-Fi, so using my regular.
Okay.
So well, it's just I know the bill is going to pass. After all, you know the when I
I
hear people
respect.
complaining that
I respect the North. It's an opportunity to get anything they can get. You understand from Tinubu? Anything they can get, it's an opportunity because there's a timeline. What I mean, there's a timeline. The bill, they have to start the collection of whatever they do this year. Everything is already so. the bill is not what they want to take out of the whatever that is there. If you even look at the northern complaint, they are not even saying one thing straight. Oh, they are just saying wider consultation. These are all political terms. A wider consultation, you understand? They are not saying come, oh, this one. So this no, they are what I'm saying. The tax VTA go affect poor people. Of course,
I listened
tax now
to
waiting, not be for poor people.
I listened to Taiwo Oyedele's interview with Arise with
Yes.
Dr. Abati. And honestly, it can't be more than that. Comprehensively tailored everything, and even if you are not educated, at least you listen to him some of the benefits of the tax. Now, the bone of contention itself happens to be that, and he actually elaborates on how the reason why they are kind of like trying to make changes to VAT collection. Ideally, VAT is supposed to be state function, but in this country of ours where we have federal system, everything has to be in one center.
Yes. But
So,
wait, oh,
and he's trying to
sorry,
change,
the
he's trying
point
to
you
change
just
that
make,
code.
Wale,
You know
Wale,
what I actually found a
hold
little bit
on, hold
intriguing
on,
is
hold
that
on,
he
Wale,
said he would schedule a meeting with.
Wale, before you go further, what you just said, isn't that what Wiki was trying to do about
Of
two,
course,
3 years ago? And then
no,
now them still kick against them. Oh. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, it was still them that work against it. And they know you should not do like that. It has to be fair. But now they are saying the other way around.
but as at that
Right?
time, the formula they are using was quite different from what is being presented now. You have to look at that. This time around,
I
it's a system
know.
that derivative to the state. So, if I get to Italy right, for a company that has a wider network across the country, but have their head office situated in Lagos, that means each state will now, where they have offices, will now be able to remit their VAT to the government. So that will be able to enable them to understand, which state has the most remittance from the company instead of just central everything to Lagos where the head office is situated. And all these things, to be honest, is what you can call a straightforward explanation. But because of the politics surrounding it, how could state governors schedule a meeting with a very important policy person like that, and yet they found it difficult to at least spend at least 30 an hour of their time to sit down with their accountant, their economic directors or whatever at the state level, so that they
You
can
know
have better
the
understanding. But no, they deliberately refuse to have a meeting with him. Even the one that he said he had with their what is it called? Deputy or so was a 15 minute meeting, which to me is not expect.
network. Those I don't even know. I know they even follow all because they know what they are doing. I think for me, most important thing is that Bola Tinubu know the JJC. Bola Tinubu is from the trenches. You understand the workings. If he knows all these things, then that's so they will do. I mean, but again, most important thing, they are just playing the game how it should be played. Don't just allow everything go slide like that. It's a give and take thing. What are you going to give me if you want me to go with it? Because this is your agenda. This is your policy, right? But what should I get for it? That's exactly what is going on here. If you listen to their cry, their complaint about it, is that they are not being specific. They just say you have to be wider consultation, you have to bring people. I mean, these are all just they don't beat hand waist abi. There's how far you can twist the man hand before he go get. So he knows. So and again, they also understand that yes, even though the West are in a die-hard position because of what is going on, they are ready to play game. After all, Kenya on is still on hold. But it's an interesting time. An interesting time with the we see how it's going to play out. We see what they are going to get for it. We see if they are going to get anything at all. But on the OB side, I think Since Obi no go fit gather people to use to hold the tax at ransom, he does what he knows to do best. But I still don't believe. I still don't understand why they are so. I mean, Obi no talk anything as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I expect better backbones, things that we will go jaw dropping at the dinner table. It's just saying the same old thing. Benefit of younger folks who are just coming into the political game. That's good. But the fact that they are going up in arms about that is the beauty of the game. One more of that.
Sorry,
I,
my network. I don't know what happened.
yeah, that's a cool for that side.
It's echoing.
Now, no, I'm talking about the weather. The weather drop where for your side now.
Oh yeah, it drops. It's still cold, but it's just not as well, what it was in the night. It was around 30 or 29 last night.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
supposed to be out there. I was supposed to be out there working today and tomorrow. That's in Austin, but
this place is like I don't know. This place is quite weird. In the morning it get cold. In the afternoon, don't
yeah,
take jacket with you. Like yesterday, the weather just flipped, and in the afternoon it rained and then heavily, and then stops and start. Uh,
that's
uh,
Texas.
the next thing we know was just completely dark, and that was it. And get windy, and before you know it, it was pouring. Yeah. So pretty much that sums up. To me, as far as I'm concerned, Obi should face his ambition. He should stop. No, isn't that shameful when you start joining issue with the spokesperson, and that says how highly placed you place yourself. To me, if you have to be arguing with the spokesperson, and that
It's
means
not arguing. I don't think he's arguing. He's just saying this is the
he went to pitch on what Morka said.
yeah, but no. Let me read it. Voice. Let me read it. Let me read it. Wait. You understand? He's saying I am getting threat. I'm just paraphrasing. That is getting threat based on the interview. And let me see. Let me read it. Let me read what he said. He said, "Say I asked the question." So we started by saying, "Have I really crossed the line?" That was his question. I've asked the question because my New Year message has now led to threats against my life, my family, and those around me. While I have received all sorts of messages, one Mr. Felix Morka has gone further to accuse me of crossing the line and has warned that I will face the consequences. Now, I find it necessary to share the link, blah blah blah. So say I have truly crossed. If I have really crossed the line, I very want to point out. Now, I understand. I totally agree with the point you are trying to make. That the point you are making that you know reach where the way in the carry am. But again, hey, what do you expect, man? The competition is not just about him and the president. I hope you understand that. There are other vultures around.
If he
Started from
wasn't taken out,
Atiku.
if he wasn't taken out during the last elections, now that they would now be taking him out. Taking him out for
No,
what?
that's not the point. That's not him. Okay. Obi they see
I get it.
himself as
I get the
no,
point.
if they see himself as an opposition party that is above Tinubu and sorry Atiku and the rest, right? So him taking
Mm.
shot at Atiku is it's like I'm coming down, right? Even though it's like if he's taking shot at Conco, it's like so you have to go for the main guy, even though it's not important. That's where the noise, that's where the focus is. All the attention is on the presidency, right? From everywhere, all over the world. So that's the best place to hit. If you can hit it the right way. What is he going to say about Atiku when they call him partner, his friend, all those people already?
No,
So in order for you to
that's his senior brother.
and you see the way Kokoto take it here. Kokoto went straight to Atiku, shoot am so many times, politically speaking, right? If he put
Mm.
Atiku under the bus, He finished strong. So you are not expecting Obi to know just. So this is the. It's just before we wake up tomorrow now, 3 days from now, all that is done in every day. That's my problem with all this.
I wish him
This
good luck,
is
but he has not started yet. His thing is
I
making
don't
preparing
start.
themselves.
No, you don't start. You don't start. Oh, you don't
So
start. You don't get
to
6
him,
million.
he assumed that he has started. But the thing
No,
is,
you don't get. Hey, for the Nigeria way we did 6 million. I mean, now only two people pass am. Now only two people beat am.
my brother,
That's
they
a good. It's coming from nowhere.
the the funniest thing,
Yes.
if you see that what played out in the last election is to play out this time around,
No,
because
what plan?
now the person is
To me,
fighting against has all the security apparatus under his wing and sympathetic to his cause, use
no,
religions to try to see if they can change the heart of his voters.
no. I don't think. Well, that might be the follower, but at the heart of the players, I don't think that is the game. Oh. You understand
Because the religion
why I
body
said that?
that were given money, cajoled.
No, you have to see it from a different angle, right? Come 2027, take Tinubu out of the equation. How these three people finish is very important. Maybe four, maybe five. But how Obi finish is important. He need to improve. If he improve on the position, great. But it will be even be better if he improve on the numbers, right? Because that will put him way ahead of anybody in the south, way ahead of anybody in the north, unless Atiku still want to go. So Atiku game two, Atiku at worst he has to maintain that second position, even if you don't get the numbers again, because you need a solid start. At least the best you can have for is to have an head start above every other competitor that will come outside. Both those that you know now and those that you know when I mean in terms of Wiki, the Konkosos, the Erufai, the Zulum, the all the 36 God, everybody out there can be anyone. So it's very important that Obi at least he said Obi perform poorly, finish the way he finished 2023. If he can finish that, but if he better that, then the competition for 2031 is going to be a very sweet one. Because how they want to raise another person that will better Obi's number if they are not going to go with Atiku. If Atiku finish ahead of Konkoso, I finish ahead of Balamwa. If Atiku finish top from the north and they no gree give am tickets come 2031, how do you raise somebody else to beat Obi? It's an interesting time ahead. But I know say people no want to hear that now. It's all about 2027, 2027. I don't know where you want to come on Tinubu. I'm not looking at Tinubu because it's an incumbent. No, I'm just looking at it from pure power play. All the powers that be are pretty much happy with the motherfucker. Everybody is happy. All over everywhere I go. Now this Saudi Arabia is the best for a small, but those ones know their power to this time and era is being contained drastically. They don't even move anyhow. Good logic, thank you. So it is these are men that we know say it's a long ones. He not talk am now. I'm here. I'm here to stay. I ain't going nowhere. So I mean it's close. It's closer than ever before. So where is it going anyway? So 2020 Nigeria will be at the road cross 2031, and that is the game the North are playing right now with this shenanigan about the tax. They have to put the pressure now. How much can we get out of Tinubu? Maybe even promise help. How much can we get? You understand? That's not money, but in terms of being in a strategical position to compete or be ahead. And they are doing all this because of the way he was treated. They treated him. They had a gentleman agreement within themselves. Nobody even know. Nigeria don't know until Bola Tinubu come out and try and say, me local. Huh? They wanted to struggle him till the last minute. And you think say Bola Tinubu go say, okay, well, I'm a good boy. I don't go pay on a back. Nah, that's not Tinubu. It's not the man I know. That's not the man I'm seeing. He's not going to be verbal about it. But his move will tell that. Okay. So Obi is playing a good game. Boy, if you watch out, if you watch out, because the next thing now, they will gang up against them. Because right now, it is Obi is safe now. I mean, politically speaking, Obi is the front bride now because Atiku is the main target right now. How do we get this guy out of the way? Because this Tinubu fit give am. These people have been in the same project for a long ass time. So how? So in the lens of Konkoso, Obi, Bala Mohammed, Erufa, and the rest, how do we take this dirty Joe? I want to go by Konkoso, these 70, 80 years old people. How do we get him out of the way? And if possible, we give Obi ticket and work against him. He no go win. They will come back to enter to us say you have lost your chance. Give us the ticket because the dream of the Northerners is to have both Northerners at the helm of the ticket. And Atiku, that is in 2031. Oh, because me, I don't live 2037. It's gone. In 2031, the northern dream and plan is to have two northerners in those two political parties. Don't finish. Win-win. The third party, I don't care how popular it's going to be, it's going to have a very hard time. So it's Nigeria is at the close ahead. It's at the cross section, just like the United States of America. And I'm talking about the elite, not them. Now them go explode. They will need to sit down and do a lot of calculation because a lot of things is coming to pretty much to an end come 2031. It will be an end. It could be the possibility be the end to an era of military. Now, military elite go see they will probably find a way to come back and get gone. So every president, just like Tinubu say, no go prove them in get sense. They get gone. But we are coming to an end of an era whereby we have a generation that hold power for almost 70 years. Just think about it. Fucking 70 years. A group of people, a generation, these people are in their 90s and 80s now. They hold that country down for 70 years straight. Unbreakable from military to the just day. When they finally open space for small boy, good luck to come in. He was misbehaving and kick him out. So that is coming to an end. I say possibly to an end because the PC store will give Article 4 years. They're fucking around. Rather, now we have the next generation, the next group in line who are in their 60s and late 50s, if I want to include that, but 60s, early 60s and late 60s, the Concosos, the OBs, the Aerofy, the Rochas, the where my uncle they say Shumole say they up there. The Akpadios, the Chukus, the Soludos. Now them be next, but their window it is small. It is small because of the duration of those ahead of them are spent. Now, I mean, one can argue that these guys who are going 70 years in running the country, you can say they were able to do like that because pretty much they run out twice. The military guys, they group themselves into two. The military guys take 40 years out of it. Then the Agbada guys, they fluctuate between 30 years and so. right? If you want to, it depends on where you want to put Obasanjo. In the both the Agbadas and the military, right? Even Baba too, Buhari. They are going to be more vicious, more dangerous than these people where we see. So because their window is small, right? The OBs are in their 60s. If they try too much, 20 years, and they're in a better. Then I'm making that specific group of people because there's another group who are also in a competition at that level, which is the 50 guys, the show race, all right, the show race, the Prince Adewoles, that generation like that. Them too, they have already in the day. They say, "Come now we supposed to, now don't too old because after 2027, the next thing they will tell you be and Konko say they are too old because now the only card where they show where they go fit play with that. Because this group of people, so they hold it tight. They are not coming heavily with military on their side. They are coming with bankers on their side. They are coming with money bags on their side. And if you are paying attention to the evolution as they move from agricultural, industrial, and whatever, bankers nine bring nine bring Obama. Obama put them where they ought to be. Take power from industrialists to the bankers. That's why they will just pay 1 or 2 digits. You need to fly everywhere. They know everywhere they go. So we are there. And if you look at that group, age group, now they even work to Nubu said. That's another danger we should be doing with you. That's another factor we are not putting in. This young group, because what the other guys want to do, especially the military wing, they wanted to recruit their own. They go they loyal to them instead of having their own age mate like Tunubu article. They went for person like Obi, and they are on the long side that they look at Konkoso too. But Obi was pretty much ahead. But what Tinubu did was to go out of the convention and strike a deal with the bankers, right? With the other business guys, the Boa them, the Lumelu them, so those are the people that he form alliance with and make it work. So and these guys are still there with their money, they are still in charge. They could be fall into their group too. So Ludo fall into those bankers association too. They wanted to do it in they'll bring another banker into the place. We say no, we no agree. Give it to our brother we know Sabi English and illiterate. We like them. So there's a network, just like what Power TV was trying to say. It's a class thing. That's why I was trying to tell those obedient that they take it back. Power. Now during the monarchy, military, now you see power say they one place. What democracy, especially this capitalist democracy, did was to spread the power around. It's a network of word, or one would say a pyramid. Depends on where you stay inside that pyramid. So in Nigeria you know rich. Nigeria you know rich. Cannot know more than above you. So we are in a very, very interesting time. Mostly the pay means that we are not in a position to capitalize, use it to free ourselves from the conundrum that the hegemony I found themselves, the superpowers. The superpowers are locked ahead. And we put our selfish interest first, so we are taking advantage of that. If not, why would we accept, I want to say, why would we accept Germany and French back? But we are never in a position before to really say no. So as far as I'm concerned, Obi's movies, Obi capitalizing on that. It's just to keep the pressure on. No be saying anything. No be saying I understand Wale should not be responding to a guy like that. He should not. It's been a month, but hey, you take every chance you got. You got to take every chance you got, man. You know they come like that. Now like Olympic. Yeah, as an athlete, I go understand. Now Olympic. Now Olympic sport every for 4 years. That doesn't mean say we lose now. You can't go relax. Now lie. After all, for you to actually win Olympic medal in a like period of 8 years to 16 years. Usain Bolt failed the first time in Athens, 2004. Then he come of age 4 years later, 2008 in Beijing. Then the rest now history. So now so Olympic, now so politics business, especially presidential politics, every for 4 years. In between that 4 years, now training, now strategy, now marketing, now you take advantage of everything that is between that 4 years because that you will need it, even though not just short period of time. So I'm kind of happy with the way it will be removed. I mean, they criticize them and say they can do better. I mean, they just allow the government just the have fun. But that's no one they bite. It's not going to be as I mean the guy now if he knows that you be threat, he will not be you beforehand. Nobody like them Buhari where go fit do am physically. But instead we fall, we are falling for you. I'm telling you we're talking about the south. Ain't nobody ready to take advantage of whatever is there right now. If the northern elites don't play it like this, there is no way you can motivate the followers at the right time. This is not prep, letting them know that yeah, we are after you people, it is your interest first, but in the all sense, nobody care about anybody. But that's how the game is played. Because power, just as Bola Tinubu talk am, not serve Alaka. It doesn't matter. It doesn't care the agreement you know. That's why the agreement is not official. Even if it's official, she can still go down. Trump almost collect bullet. I mean collect bullet. That one and competition will be saying that clear two people. You see how they go after each other. Not talk of this one we get multiple faces. Election that is just two people that they release bullets. Now that is now multiple faces. What do you think is happening? So Obi cannot even step aside because it's marketable. There's a correlation between electability and campaign money. You understand? Obi is a worthy investment to those who are putting their billions behind it. They know they will get their investment worth, and they know it's now the surest person now to get power. Because people should understand that the whole point of setting up a political party is to take power. That's the number one reason why group of men and women come together and set it. It's like a business. It's a private entity. Political parties are owned by private individuals. Yes, they operate in the public spectrum, but the whole point is to take power. So if Obi can get it, if it's guaranteed that Obi now go get them that power, they will invest the money in him. That's the whole point. That's why when people they talk, oh, he knows that being speaking English, he cannot read, he's too old, that's not the point. Can he get my investment? What can I get my investment back if this guy is up there? Can I triple my investment? Can my wealth be protected? At least can I protect what I have now? That's what those men look at. So Obi is somebody that from the way I'm saying things, those who are investing their billions, those people they invest in emotions like us within internet they make noise. Those who invested in emotion, they invested it for a reason. True, he is marketable and electable. He trick majority of that's it. That's all. That's what them that they see. Not be where other would they see say he's prudent. He's prudent. He will not steal money. I want president where he was stealing money. He's not going to steal money now. Now your tentacles as a banker, somebody is the chairman of a bank. You know, it's a marketer. He knows how to deal with people, which is what you are saying. Trick the majority. You know, understand? He's a trader. You know how to sell this. It will become big one. So those people understand the. So the people who are pushing him, they know what they are pushing him. They want the investment. What investment? It's like stock that you know is going to appreciate in a matter of time, or if one or two things happen, it will skyrocket. That's how now you know see they don't launch what was it called belts like belts now for politics, like you bet who is going to win like this election or shadani, not just who go win, the kind of policy we will go through, who is going to appoint, like it's standard like bet Nigeria. So it's a serious thing now. Serious shit. It'll be a power. Look, people don't understand when they talk power. You'll be God. It's a symbol. That's why they be like that. Because everything is now law. Especially now law. That's why America be like law. Everything got a law. And in 9 days, in a way, it's in consideration of the law. So the people fuck you up as they want. So people don't understand this is about all these millions of people where they shout hunger, hunger. They don't give a fuck if all of them are just disappear for the see they care. Oh, it's getting chilly. So Mark, yeah, you got the old Jack, man. It'll be sellable. As far as Nigeria is concerned. So as far as Nigeria space is, you know, people should pay. That's what I was trying to tell David earlier on. People should. There are some things you pay attention to. Not be all this noise. How come there is nobody again in the southeast? Let me narrow it down. That all of a sudden can be president in Nigeria. Nobody. Since Obi, every other like people don't say it. Bring into the south after Tinubu is out of the picture. I know it's hard though. It go hard. Obi will dominate things for a long time. If he can end up become president, he will be a transformational president because now that stage where will they go now? In Nigeria, will need to change either to the favor of the majority or whatever. But there's a change coming. Whether we like it or not, things will not be the same. There's going to be a change. Either they do them within the elite cycle or it will be forced on them. Mr. Lazy, I don't understand though. What happened to your Ghana? You know, what you never recover? Who go to give up, boy? I don't like anything what go do, man. It's too the timing is just too much. So it's the festive period, man. That man should be chilling with his family, his grandkids. Should be having the best life. Like why? Obi will make a fantastic president after his VP position. You know, for some reason, I would say, oh, this guy not playing just the play, but it's scary because you know something, you are saying something that we don't know. That's why it's scary to me. It's scary to me. So, like, I like this energy way Obi is giving the game. Is making plenty money sense. I will see how they go to respond to that. When within tweets. I something will tell me say they will just lock up, but actually we don't lock up. But it's full soldiers, they will do like okay, is article in Nigeria. come, come. I'm looking for a job. Oh. Don't come and put aside for my guy. Oh. I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for a job. And you see say my agent, the comment section there, you see they ask me question where you go put me for trouble. How can you tell me? How can you be asking me that kind of question? Eh? And you think I know? It's busy because the Kokose came out and speak, and you think I know? Eh? I think we did Adamawa now. It seems his northern political leaders want him out. Let me like want him out though. Like want him out. Like the guy now they watch his face pass now. But I think we know be it's not a walkover. So I think I have confidence in Atiku. Only me miss Akasibo only market and pass where the market than the TJ. They want him out. The young, even not just the leaders, even the younger folks underground, they are ganging up against him. I was surprised if he go if he. I'm not gonna surprise that he's there. I will be surprised if he lose the ticket. How about that? I think that's what I was most surprised at if he lose the ticket. The guy na Waziri. Wazari.
People protested when I was governor. They even called strike. They shut down our schools for months, our hospitals for months. Well verified. We need more transparency. And when you talk about transparency in terms of figures, you show it, you elucidate it. Figures are not 1 + 1 is 2. It's not something you say it's just 2 because of. Tell us how we arrived at it and we'll believe. And when we talk about subsidy, I've continuously said, if we are removing subsidy, what are we replacing it with? Where are we applying that subsidy we removed to? So if you say to me, I've removed subsidy, I'm going to use it to build this number of classrooms, to be able to pull out of school children into school, so we can verify and follow and track those schools. We have issue in health, primary health care, especially issue of infant mortality. Removal of resource subsidy will enable us to build this number of primary health cares in different, so that we can measure it. So you don't remove something without saying what is replaced and where are we moving our money to. Or it's helping us to manage our debts. This is it. But here we have fuel subsidy removed, the debt is increasing, and we're not seeing anything. We have to continue our journey on democracy. It's government of the people, for the people, and by the people. However, we need to tweak it where we have some level of parliamentary system in it, like it's in South Africa. So we need to deal with issue of more scrutiny in our expenditure, in our borrowing, in efforts to be able to ensure that our scarce resources is prioritized to areas of urgent need for development, from security, food, all those areas, education. I'm not preoccupied about 2027 election. I'm preoccupied by Nigeria sitting today and having a better life. I've said it before, my politics is not about the election. I am not desperate to be president, and I don't want to. What I want to hear is that fuel prices are coming down, bread is getting cheaper, Nigerians are not. You cannot be talking about 38 million Nigerians facing hunger, and I'm talking about next election. Let's talk about hunger. Let's talk about managing our resources today. Let's talk about doing the right thing, the right behavior, showing example to the younger ones, growing up that we're leaders. I've said that everybody, they have right to protest. I've said it before. I would discuss with every protester. They even won government months before they did that. I would sit down and discuss with them. People protested when I was governor. They even called strike They shut down our schools for months, our hospitals for months. Well verified. I was talking with them. I didn't come down. I have never, as a politician, as a governor, for one day, go and ask any policeman, say, please, stop somebody. Talk less of arresting the person. It shouldn't be. In a democracy, people have right to say no. I've said it every day. If I'm managing this facility and everybody loves me, I will resign. This is me. Wherever I am, I believe that I have enemies. My job is to convince them. If everybody loves me, then there's a problem. There's people who hate me because I'm just Peter. They don't even need to give me any reason. It is my job to convince them on why it should be. I convince the teachers why we should return schools to missionaries, and they've seen the result. I convince them why we should go to the missionary facilities, the Ministry of Health, and build school of nursing and midwifery. You just have to. It's a constant thing. That's why you're a leader. You're a communicator. You listen. You talk to the people. It's not a question of what the young ones. I'll meet them. The agitators, the protesters. I will be talking to them.
This lazy, this energy we una sef dey on this time, I no understand though. I believe wetin you talk so sha. I think we no be walkover guy like that. It's been here, it's been here before. But we see age is catching up with him though. Lazy, I hear you, but the heat currently is way off the window from his end. Northern politician adding to his wicked campaign. Yes. Well, but Natiku, he's been here, man. He's been here. He's been here before. So it's about Abiola era, Obasanjo era, Buhari era, Kabi Goodluck era. I don't think we'll see how you think I ain't going to survive this one. It's been forming it's been doing well, you know. The whole in on for soccer too.
The captain, Kenya United. The captain, Ghana United, Suleiman Damba. I am a goalkeeper, Steven Joseph. Last man, Hamza Abubakar. My name is Julie James.
My name is Shadra Hassan, Kenya United goal machine. My name is Amanjura Usman.
I'm by name Yusha Ismail Muhammad Kopa, Ekomeba. Shaya Abraham. Enoch Edison.
Let's put our hands together for that. Our president can play basketball. Waziri yana da wato asali ready because the
No. He is the one that's throwing that. Is Mr. B is shooting from the hip. He's not looking. He's not taking an aim. He just, shoots widely like, what we used to see in movies back in the day, in the Wild Wild West. He is not being rational. He's absolutely irrational in his thinking and in his public commentary for a man who was governor for 8 years, who left nothing to remember in Anambra State by way of a legacy or transformation. But all of a sudden, he served as governor 8 years. He didn't have the wisdom or the smarts to change Anambra State, to make Anambra the beacon, that example of, governance in the country. But then, he runs for president, in 2023. And then now, he didn't win. He's sulking rather than actually get a perspective and, figure out what he did to lose so he can do better in the future. He would think that he can bring down the government by simply, being maliciously deceptive. That is wrong. I'm not somebody to, to go on that offensive in that manner. But Mr. B has crossed the line so many times. And I think that at this point, he has coming to him whatever he gets, he needs to manage it.
I'm very wanna like, share, and subscribe. Oh. It's very important. It's very important, oh, so that we can fight the threats that will be facing. We no go agree, we no go agree.
Revenue bill as submitted to the National Assembly cannot stand the test of time because the revenue bill has gone contrary to some provisions of the Constitution. It is within the province of the federal government or any state government or local government to create an idea of expanding its revenue base. But the sharing of the revenue is not the responsibility of the federal government nor that of the National Assembly. Okay. It is of the National Assembly to the extent that when they look at the sharing, they will have to change the Constitution by going round so that they remove the authority of the revenue mobilization from that province. That has not been done. And to say, let's do more consultation so that people comment on this matter, I don't think it is a negation or a disrespect or even whatever against the president. It is not. This is our country. If the president presents anything, and we, the people of Nigeria, say no, I'm coming. We, the people of Nigeria, say no. We should be our views should be respected because the president and the governors and members of the National Assembly are there because we put them there. So they should respect our views.
This 2025, if you start with this kind of energy, and they finish, I will say, go finish strong like this, though. Say, I bet for Ruben. I bet for Ruben. About no green. Ruben knows that this man, a mean business come. He no go ever give up. So, what is the point? I just will give her time. I like her energy and I feel there for that studio. They act like me. The national television, they act like me. I hope Kenneth Okonkwo is happy now that
you think leadership is a common case? No. Esther said, if I perish, I perish. Whenever you are in leadership, look at what happened to Donald Trump. In America, where security is everywhere, Yet 2 times now they wanted to kill him. Every profession has its own risk. If you're not willing to take the risk that is attached to any profession, step aside so that people who are given that mind by God will go ahead and serve God in that capacity. If you're an actor and an actress and you say you're not going to hug babes and you're not going to kiss them, step aside. Because that's what the job is. Don't come and say you're a born-again Christian. That's what the job entails. If you're a politician and you can't stand for your people that voted for you, and because you don't want to die, step aside. Because that's what the job entails. Any politician that is not behaving like Simfubara, who will resist and protest when his rights are trampled upon, knowing that our judicial system, knowing that our electoral system have failed us, that any politician who will not stand his ground, no matter the risk to his person, I said I will not speak for that politician again, and I maintain it. And you can see what is happening, because we can't go forward. We calm down. If Simfubara has been saying calm down, do you know where River State would have been? He said he's ready for them. He's fully prepared. The election must go on. The election must hold. Winners must be declared. They will be sworn in. And whatever is going to happen, let it happen. I am looking for leaders who would say nobody will rig my election, and if you rig my election, I will fight. Nigerians, come out and fight. If they kill anybody, let them kill all of us. Oh yes, and thank God I'm seeing it happen. What Fubara did, was he advocating for violence? Was he advocating that the law should be broken? No. He was advocating for his right. That's my opinion. That's my advocacy. We must advocate for our right and stand by it. I did not disqualify anybody. I don't have that right. I said I am not going to speak for anybody going forward except this person meets this criteria. In any case, we have finished 2023 election. It's over. 2027 election has not come. So anybody who is saying betrayal, what am I betraying? There is nothing on ground. When I was a spokesman in 2023, I did my job creditably well, and we convinced Nigerians on what we believe is right. But you can see that in Nigeria, you not only have to have the power to win election, you have to have the power to defend your election. So anybody that does not have that spirit or power to defend the votes in a manner that you would say, whatever happens to me as a person, let it happen. I am not willing to speak any further for the person. So what I just simply said is that going forward, I will no longer be part of this until these fears are addressed. So I did not disqualify anybody. One, I don't have that power. Then two, I am not betraying anybody because I'm still a member of Labour Party. And you can see I'm still fighting that Labour Party should be consolidated because Nigerians are looking for an alternative to these people. That if you want to fight these people who are compulsive thieves and who are the worst amongst us, leading us, according to Senator Ndume, who is part of them, then you have to grow higher and be more aggressive than calm down. That's what I said, and I stand by it. In all honesty, I would have said we don't. But because I'm a student of theology, I would not say so. Because when Elijah thought he was the only person that was worshiping God, God said, no, you're not the only person. There are more than 7,000 persons like you still in that country that have not done anything evil. I know them. So the only thing we have to do in this country, we must not be sentimentally attached to anybody, any politician. We must not be loyal to political parties or politicians. We have to be loyal to the country and to the law. And if any law is unjust, we have to fight the law. If anybody is doing anything illegal, no matter who the person is, we have to fight the person. So in Nigeria, we must create the environment so that those 7,000 that we do not know who are leaders will be able to begin to emerge. If the good ones keep quiet, they will never emerge. When people say people are selling their votes, you know why they are selling their votes? Because they believe that even if they vote their conscience, it will not count. Not because they want to be corrupt. They saw what happened in 2023. I was an active participant in that election of 2023. They did not sell their votes. But after, it did not count. So they'll be like, why would I go and say I'm voting for my conscience when it will not count? If I'm going to take this money, at least it will be what I gain. So if we don't fight, we are...
The guy no see OB move coming. The guy, man, the guy. I don't know. Either he fucking supplier up or in supplier fuck him up. Either way, he will back. He will find a way. Now actor now, so he will act his way back. I think. I believe in him that much. He has a value. People like him, they don't play for Nigeria like that. We know how to play with words. Say sleeping on duty. No, Daily Palo to me now be the real last man standing. And maybe Aisha too. Thanks, bro. Stay safe. Thank you. I appreciate you, Mark, man. I'll see you there. I'll see if Obi will be arrested before the day runs out. The guy go out, he will come back. My advice is you go to an unknown platform that is affiliated with obedience and start from there. You know? If you get one person where go, I know what he will do. If they wait for if they wait for somebody go just mishear some kind way, he go just slide in from there. Just like he wanted to slide in with Abati take on Saudis that Israel doesn't say lie. He try to play the video, he try, but for some reason, I don't know, Blase no work. He responded to Abati, but it's not as and maybe not the medium way he use.
You know, Ruben Abati's statement that Ndibo do not sell land to the outsiders, it's very unfortunate. It's unguarded. And I think it was meant particularly to malign Ndibo with very ulterior motive. Let me start. My father was into real estate business. And before the war, a man who was not from my town bought a land, had his documents. After the war, the man did not know where the land was, did not have any documents. They told him my father was the honest man. Now point the lands to him. He came to my father with gifts and all those. My father said, no, I remember you. I'll take you to your land anytime you are ready. My father took him to his land. And the man turned out to be a bank manager. And he told my father, so it is really true. We still have honest people. Yeah, he is now going to facilitate a loan for my father to improve his business. And that was how my father took loan from the bank and nationalized his transport business, which helped him to become one of the richest men in the town during our own time, because he sold land to somebody who is not from our town. And so, when a man now comes to make statements that he's not versed in, then you will know that he has personal anti-Igbo mentality in his gene. Recall that when Nigeria got its independence, University of Nigeria was sited in Nsukka, my town. And that made it a town that everybody from Nigeria came into the land. And it's because they were accommodated. Also, you had a lot of Yoruba, Hausa, coming to University of Nigeria. There were 3 universities then. You had University of Ibadan. They named it after Ibadan. You had Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. And then you had University of Nigeria. So would a town with a people that have been pro-Nigeria from beginning begin to discriminate as to who to sell land to? Would a people whose article in trade is buying and selling begin to discriminate when they want to sell their land? When an Igbo man is dealing in business, he's looking at profit and loss, not where you come from. Now, if Ndi Igbo are doing well in real estate in Lagos and doing well in real estate in Abuja, where did they learn it from? They learned it from dealing in real estate from their own town, from their own place, because that is merely an expansion. You can't give what you don't have. Now, do you sell land to your own people? No. Everybody has land. If you are a man in Igbo land, you're entitled to a plot of land in your own land. So if there was any land sold by Ndi Igbo, it is sold to people who are not Ndi Igbo. And then, how can somebody ignorantly begin to make such statement? Reuben Abati simply celebrated his ignorance publicly. And let me tell you, he offended the legal profession, because in law, you don't condemn a people unheard. You cannot condemn a people without hearing from their side. He just said he borrowed a language from T.O.S. Benson without even knowing the context. And he ran to television and established it and asserted it as a fact. It's against the legal profession. And he condemned Ndi Igbo unheard. What he would have done is to get an Igbo expert to be educated or present him on the studio.
To me, I think that is an attempt to create comeback. But Blase no follow. But I have confidence in him. He will not be in the street for too long. But just that, knowing that Obi is very much in the race, where you want to go work for? How you go take campaign against Obi? Can he afford to stay out of the whole process for I don't know. So I think that's where he go join the obedience again. What choice does he have, man? He has his brother cannot be running for president. I mean, as I put it, and it will not be how you go say. And this is a game where we say somebody is paying you millions to be a spokesperson. You are not expected to hold back, especially when when things are at the critical stage, not backbones. There's no limit to how far you can go to bring your opponent down. Other than so, so from that angle, I don't think he has a choice. It's not going anywhere. After I will be still here and kicking. No, they can't level. Will be done enter now. Oh, OBI has his way of getting into everybody's. He's doing well. Don't hate the player, man. Hate the game. See what they criticize and say, man. It's not even. It didn't go hard enough. It didn't go hard enough. Still, they accuse him. Next time, if you bring out your AK, political AK 47, spare no bullets. But it's scalable. He has what it takes. And there's a market for him out there. Gotta remind you now. These are his senior colleagues.
I mean, you said 3 or 4 candidates. Are you discountenancing?
That's what I'm bringing for, because
the other candidates?
You know, I must admit that Rabbi Kwankwaso has established himself fairly well now. He has established himself. He has become. He's not. He's not a media survey personality. All right, but I am a professional, and I'm viewing his campaign from a professional eye, and I say that this is a quantum that must be recognized.
But all the other candidates
cannot push Kwankwaso away in this equation.
All the other candidates of, say, Accord Party, a few other parties that have also shown up, you're not exactly bringing them into reckon.
It's not that. It's not that we're not, I don't bring them into reckon. I see potentials in them. As a party, at our own campaign level, we're talking to SDP. We're talking to even Kwankwaso again and his team. We're talking to PRP. We're talking to ADC. We want to bring together. It's not a private enterprise. It's not a personal matter. It is, we're going to bring together, a coalition of political forces, in an arrangement whereby we all can come now. INEC has published the list of candidates. Labour Party is not everywhere. Kwankwaso and the group, they're not everywhere. So we can have an arrangement. We can have information that says that those of us who are in this coalition, we will support any candidates where we don't have a candidate. Do you understand? We're talking, and I believe and I trust God will help us that between now and December, we will bring together that alignment politically in the country, and the country, will be best for it, so that whoever wins, is not just winning on a solo effort. We're winning with the cooperation of as many groups as possible.
God willing. God willing. God willing.
So earlier on, I announced that the Prime Minister of when a president, they call the Canadian guy, Justin Trudeau, buy out, guy quit, cannot continue. Tinubu is in Ghana for the inauguration of Mahama. Yeah, I think the campaign don't start now. Who be this? Abaribe, we are ready to be guarantor for Nnamdi Kanu. That's a nice section to have. I know in our politics they will turn out to. I expect Soludo to join me. We are ready to be guarantor for Nnamdi Kanu. Release him, Abaribe tell Tinubu. Abia State Senator Inaya Abaribe has declared his readiness to stand as the guarantor for the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. Abaribe made this known while addressing journalists after a meeting with Governor Alex Oti of Enugu. The senator also called on President Bola Tinubu to heed the advice of the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, and other stakeholders advocating for Kanu release. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu will put a stop to the issue of criminality in the southeast, Abaribe emphasized during the break. I don't understand why all these guys they would even use that statement. Like you are literally putting your people under the bus. You are telling me you are selling the whole world. Say your people are like they are carrying out of criminality because their brother is in jail. Like even if that is the case, what the fuck, man? I don't know. I don't think it's a good way to say. I expect that the president will listen to both his Attorney General and every one of us who have been agitating that the issue in the South is, first of all, the insurgency, the sit at home on Monday, and every other thing we have noticed in the South. Now, say na Ekpa dey cause am, una don carry Ekpa. Now, una don, all of them are campaigning, just want to be in the news. Who advocated violence and taking over issuing the names in Nnamdi Kanu to perpetuate it. So you can say. What we know, what we now know in the Southeast is that criminals and all other people who advocated violence are taking over and using the name Nnamdi Kanu to perpetuate all the despicable acts. We know that the president, being a listening president, will also not. So now tell that Buhari is a boy and listening president. Every president is listening president. We also look at the issue involved, which we have presented him from various mediums that he will do is needful and release Nnamdi Kanu so that it will put a stop to all these things that are happening in the Southeast and bring him back in Southeast. Okay, so what if Nnamdi Kanu come out and everything still continues? What would be the another reason or excuse or scapegoat again? Mhm. Lagos Assembly present 3.4 trillion. Guys, it's Monday. And I won't be Jagaban. How? Is it me or this current governor of Delta State is the most unpopular popular governor Delta State ever produced? Ah, at times I don't even know say anything like that see there exist there. Say Delta did there. Obori, Wori, maybe na because of the name. I even know to know am. And the handiwork of jobless politician online. hiring data to dismiss Governor Boyewere defection rumor. Very unpopular. I think we did it. 2027. You can't be oiling the wheel every 4 years and expect to win. Osadalo tell Atiku other PDP leaders. This was no matter anything. 2027 will be a revolt bigger than a protest to send APC to political abysmal. Man, PDP. Kanu, those who supported Ponkuzo before this disappointed. Are disappointed. Story. Yeah. Ah, he has a calm disposition. Patrick Dore compare David's success to Awolowo philosophy. Let me see why. Veteran Nigerian actor Patrick Dore has praised Afrobeat superstar David Adeleke, popularly known as Davido, for his ability to remain composed in the face of criticism. He asserted that Davido is the least arrogant among his peers, and likened the artist's path to philosophy by the late Obafemi Awolowo. Speaking via Facebook post on Sunday, they explained that Awolowo has shared how, throughout his life, adversities and criticism often aim at discrediting him, who eventually transform into blessing. He wrote, I remember attending a birthday party for Segun Awolowo in his illustrious grandfather's stately home in Ekene. In the hall adjacent to the mansions where the party took place was an inscription, Egbudola, under a drawing of the zodiac sign of Pisces. Pisces. He was a few years later when I It was a few years later when I read in his interview that he staged this is too much, too long, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, now close. I'll be back later. Okay, let's see. Wanna like it, wanna share this shit. Like, share, and subscribe. Wanna if you don't be scared, I don't bite.
You are watching feudalism being institutionalized in broad daylight. Feudalism thrives on impunity. It does not thrive on the rule of law. That is what you are seeing institutionalized. Law does not matter and cannot and must not matter if feudalism must reign. And that is what has happened. What all the people who have helped to institutionalize this madness would have found is that they have helped to promote the reign of evil. Because if this evil is condoned in relation to one, it is institutionalized in relation to all.
I'm desperate to see Nigeria war.
No, be desperate.
And because I've been inside, I know it is presently a criminal enterprise. I must be dismantled. And that's how Africa is. Because as governor, I can take my state money and come here and buy a house. Buy a house all over the world that I don't need. So that's what we need to dismantle. If we dismantle it, it will work. There's no reason why we should be where we are. Today, secondary school penetration in Nigeria is 28%. China is 90%. It shouldn't be. We can do more.
So we are waiting.
This guy, laborers say, may your Rolls Royce not turn to Corolla. Uzo, may your Rolls Royce not turn to Corolla. I don't know this guy. I don't know why we wanted to make you use that system. I mean, Uzo, now you advise people to. I mean, now you be that friend. We don't sell a Rolls Royce to buy Corolla because of oil subsidy.
But better now. You buy electric car. I buy electric car, man. And the rain now. If you get money now to invest in electric car, this little boy don't go. I wonder how many pieces of electric can go buy. Be Lord. But the guy enter China, go charter to go ready for China, can't come back. Where be like to oh boy. As I said, now some people opportunity. If someone's opportunity to make money. When the free price rises, somebody is making money. You understand my point?
Right.
So as you feel that it's not favoring you, it's an opportunity for some people to make a lot of money. I remember days that I was in Nigeria, I remember my prayer every day made like no day. So I go fix a generator. That's how life goes. Just like here we did now. We do power. When they pray every day, make hurricane come, make Houston, Texas, they blackout for one month. Even for two days only. Give up blackout for 2 days for Texas, man. Every year I don't fool. Bang, they smile every day. You see my point? So that's how life is. As somebody's own, let me see, somebody's own joyful time, you know. But person and there's no free lunch. It goes round. All right. He goes round the clock. If you know, he reach everybody's hand. Everything you do on this life, one day your own go pay. Somebody else will pay for it. Somebody else will pay for it. So you know, if I said okay, let me sell my own generator, let me do this. Then coronavirus hit. Now who want buy generator? Now those marks we are all buying. Somebody else is smiling also. Now life is just around the clock like that. No free lunch. So how you do here?
And then you leave me.
I don't know why people they first say they expect APC to keep quiet when we talk anything. So I know somebody just say, I know you expect a whole Green party where they say their party is not doing well. They should clap for you and tell you thank you for saying that. I don't know why people they disappointed. Even though he like, you understand my point. That is the main thing. See, people don't understand that. You can't come out and tell AP that they're not doing good. So you expect the party member to just clap for you. I tell you, say the truth. those people that are not, you tell them to clap for you. I say, okay, Obi, well done, no, you said the truth. They will fire you from every cylinder. You understand my point? Yeah, that's how it goes. They fire from every cylinder. They know that it's not working, but they must fire you. You can't just come out and tell them, hey, your president is not doing well. Millions of people will get angry about that because that is what it is. That's what democracy is. If Obi says something, everybody keep quiet. All of us will be like, okay, what's going on? People must react. Whatever you say, people must react. If Obi just come and say, okay, these people like quiet, like keep quiet. Now, some problem there. There's a big problem with that. People must react. Ask for inherit to put in a platter of gold. They go ask for inherit, may they cut them through away like John the Baptist's own. You understand my point? So that's the importance of democracy and that's how things work. So if everybody is like, so no, everything, they won't keep quiet and start looking at you. Only you, if you understand how Nigeria they work, people don't understand the reality of life, waiting there for life, like the reality that everyday reality of life. People understand that it's everything now waiting they read for paper. So if you have not tested the reality of how work goes, that if you have not tested that you're going to wake up at 4:30, someone that is going to like work in Lekki, someone will tell you, someone will be somewhere telling you that there is no traffic, and they did that. If you have not wake up 4:30 in the morning and start going to work for Chevron from Ogun State, or you do a Rokobora area, wait for Chevron bus coaster to pick up at 4:30 before you get to work by 8. You understand my point? Then you close for 3:30 again. The bus will pick you up when by 4 before you get to your house 11:30 in the evening. Children don't sleep. You understand my point? By 1:32 you wake up again, prepare for another day job. You have not done that, and you're earning good money. That time, if you're working in Chevron, that means you're making money. You understand my point? You're not like you're in the class. Then, if you're working in Chevron, even though you become cafeteria or whatever you're doing in Chevron, you're making money more than those working in another company. Then, you understand my point? So that's how it is. If you don't know that, that means you don't know that there is life. No be all this paper reading where would they talk. If you have not traveled from Benin, if you have not traveled by car from Lagos to Owerri, all right, then from Ore, you start having problem until you enter Benin bypass. Police will be there, area Owemida will be there, everybody will be there, collect no matter whoever you be, even they like, and then you reach how would they reach concurrence court? I said if we reach Benin bypass, all right. Like I said, they enter that Abo road, we can't carry police escorts. Police go stand for road. Like go see police go stand for road with black, it will say we wear black pants, can't use something to cover their main uniform. You can also say this one or army. We'll say they off duty, they just can't stand there. What did they wait for? Who they go escort? Reach over it. When they go reach over, they go call somebody again, reach Benin. If I have not done that, then somebody will be there telling you that what they don't face. You can't better car they go. You need police two. Sometimes they carry two. One for front, one for back. For if we only two inside the car or 10 inside the car, we just carry one for they tell that they are money 2K. You give them 2K, you just sit down there. And they sit down there, they don't even need any carry wear their cap or carry their cap, their beret, drop on top of your dashboard. That is it. Every checkpoint that just swallow, sir. You will go through, pay 1 naira until you reach. You already pay your own Owemida to those 2 cups so you carry. All right? Yeah, you call them Owemida. That's why they give you money. You already those 2 cups you carry, already pay for them, so they won't stop you. Police will not stop you to say this, that. You understand my point? And that's why people can do away with kidnapping everything in anywhere, because the police don't know what they are carrying. They don't escort you to cross every police checkpoint. All right, even though you have someone in your car, they don't care. What they know that how much you said, okay, I collect 5K. They just down for front there, carry beret, put for head. If somewhere carry gun, they just carry the gun, put. When the police I'm using it for road now, express the call, they go. Yes, the police might even do it. They will tell you, so I'll give my own now. You know, that's my point. You go for a police, go tell the police officer. They know say that one don't collect money before he go sit down there. He go say, "Oh, God, my own." So make you give my own share. The police officer he just uh, give her like 500. Okay, take this one. That's where they call. Let's go. You gonna go to reach your when they come back again. If you don't want any problem, you can just chat another escort from already on the Vanaja bridge under the bridge the bridge here. Take another one. Sit down for front again. They can cross Billy. You see my point? Because if you cross, I know something wrong road. You know that you come up bypass from like Abbo, you say Luku, then Mopo where they face Luku Junction. Person never know road. Some Mopo where they between that person will know road go they talk. It does say for there, I go tell you. Some Mopo there between you say Luku, Mopo Bara. Those ones are the wicked Mopo I never see in my entire life. If you from on the Shibo from Asaba, Ubuzo, you say look there, there 3 checkpoints for that road, my brother. If you cross out those Mopo, you know say you don't survive. Those ones that and the barak those are black. See their uniform is way starch. Iron. No, don't be all this way. You see their uniform way starch, way iron. Carry like three magazine, draw for their gun. Brim. Those ones like don't even talk. You just stop your car like this, everybody just moot. If you just any step away you make, they will bring you down, give you better beating and better from front jump. If they just start your car like this, just shut up. Brim. Just maintain where you day. Like not even measure any word because you're in trouble. So if somebody tell me say no this, that, guy, if you never do all this, if you never go through all these things, my guy, you believe that be a story. Nobody say you go fly from Lagos to Port Harcourt, Lagos to Ure, Lagos to this one. You know, before you come back there, they don't carry escort, can't carry you. You think say yeah, people you they come online, they tell you say Nigeria is safe. Nigeria is good. Nigeria it is because as you are landing in the airport, your brother don't carry your car when you keep for house, carry one pay for bullet, pay for one army, two three army. They come airport, they come carry you. You go house, you come and they say Nigeria until they give you dirty slap for street where they clear right. Say from America, they give you the slap. You go not say America. They know it be marine here. You don't say Nigeria don't send you. Before you tell them say you marine, you don't collect a slap. Where you declare right. So if you never go through those, you wanted to say you marine, it be this, it be that here. Before you clear, you tell them say you don't collect a better slap now. When you say that, they ask to say this, man, in Yara, Brazil. As if they ring, where you enter your brain, you know say this one don't ring. Before you go start today, you go mellow down. Where they claim right. That's the problem with Nigeria. People they claim rights, where they claim right reach you. Where you go reach, more your right is not even count. Your right no count at all. You don't leave the right by the side and walk with him down ground. So people understand how ground is where people they talk online, people they come like all the journalists for us, they just come there, but where they hear and where they follow the man where you go within the happen, you understand say yeah, way of thinking go just change one time because Nigeria is like, I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, I don't know how you call it, but anyhow, 2025, who go survive? Who go survive? And sometimes I go argue with some people, they tell me this, that. I say, yeah, you have the right to defend your party, but the issue is that you are doing the right thing. If you be a party member, you cannot defend your party, even though when you say what they are saying is right. As a party member, you must defend that party. You understand my point? Anybody cannot defend his party, he's not a party member, he's just a voter's guy. Like you cannot defend the party that you say you're a party member. You know that what they are doing is wrong. You cannot tell them that it's right. Change the topic. Say that means all the party member. All party members they defend with their highest. Some people are paid to do that, and some that they're not paid, but they be or die hard. You know. So more big thought when talk. I don't expect people to like start jumping up. APC will start jumping up. They should have even bring his head when they kill him, when they throw him. He have said what people never said before. Because OB is only opposition party, not the Labour Party, not PDP. Just OB name. No position be that. Just name OB is only position. OB is only position. No opposition party now. End of the year they go come out like PDP, like the chairman will come out, lambast the ruling party. We don't see that now. So only president lambast ruling party. He say OB now he go come out tell you say, at the end of the day he will still give them advice. You know, he will still give them advice. They will still carry and make them go kill them. So, my brother, nothing man go do. What will man do? Nothing. We all they look like a head of fish. Like head of fish. Like head of fish. Some people are crying, some people are still enjoying. You know. Let me tell you the truth, wedding travel this season. What would they say Nigeria like wedding travel this season? For the first 10 years, I never seen that kind of travel before. People from America will come up, I know. You see my point now? People that left to America, families, not be one though, like 5 families, 6, 3, 4, 5. Like only 9 remain here. Everybody in the wrong go to Nigeria. They don't even come back. They shayo there. They will see the test of Nigeria. I wouldn't say Nigeria look good, but when they travel this season, I know that can't travel before, my brother. I don't tell you lie. I know that can't travel before. When travel this, I never that can travel before. People move from here. Why they people move, you know. So, but as they move now, everybody get their own security intact. There's security intact. They pay for them. There's security intact. 2 miles from the house. Movement. Everybody get your security intact. You know that country we are. You know, people get your security intact to get the private and the government to secure the families and secure your compound, secure everywhere. You know, you spend money. That's what they're talking. Money so they take and they pay for security. That's my point.
And a serious budget.
National budget too. One of my guy now, how much he take flight only cost him 30,000. Him, in 4 children, in wife, and in wife in-law. 37. The other one, now almost 8. Him, in 4 children, in wife mother, in wife mother and in wife sister, and one of their third daughter. All of them, they Nigeria. See the shall they go? You tell me, all right. So that guy where I go to he own all his children, everybody plus his brother. They carry 2 motor park load the airport. Yeah, they go. They carry 2 truck, pickup truck. Now they load the thing close and boats. Park load they go airport, they travel. What's it now? Oh, people travel, people move. People move. People move. People move. We'll go. No be joke. And Nigeria also hard. Nigeria as hard as Nigeria. People still they move. Now where save money? That no be money. We just wake up, say they just they go. You don't put everything in tax. Security, everything. Yeah, don't block. Before you start they made that can move. Just 2 3 weeks, everybody don't run come back. Everybody don't run come back. I think he said Wayeta Road last week.
I mean, where you there, so?
Where are they? I just finished work. They have to close.
No, I mean you don't come out for the road.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick my kids up.
How many clothes you wear?
I said I'm gonna pick my kids up. They're not going to school today.
I said, how many clothes you wear now?
Yeah, I said I'm gonna pick them up. When I said I'm gonna pick them up, you don't understand. Now I'm gonna wear.
You know, I mean, you know, wear jacket. Dress like masquerade because of the weather.
But you know, I see I be now. We come out like I tell you, like here now, like the morning was 20, 25 degree, right? Right now it's almost 50. Now I cannot even on heat. My car, my AC, my AC they use. But that's not my point.
You know the human being.
Sunday full ground here, like tomorrow no day. I saw here be now. Yeah,
Maybe not.
but yeah, no, people not focus weather here. Not focus weather here. Because what I may change in just like 10 minutes. You know my point?
My temperature drop here yesterday
Yeah,
night.
my temperature here dropped like today, less than night in the morning, for like 25, 30. When I was going to work in the morning, it was like 28. All right.
Now you want at 28, now you call like that.
So, but now, I made the talk now. No more 50, 45, 50 right now. Depending on the area where
Yeah,
you
it's
live.
so hard.
That's
Are
my
they
point.
74? Are they 74 now? You see life?
Eh?
I say for here a day here now 74.
Enjoy
I
am.
mean they call
Enjoy yourself.
man the guy who won't come work. Let me know say if I not be late today tomorrow, say the whole week self will
Yeah,
come work.
throughout this week, they don't coach him Sunday.
I say now I want you know they fine.
I didn't say if you're in America. Don't say that America.
I don't live that life fast.
Mhm.
Mercy, look at me. See now they don't be cannot this slide for mercy for okay, they very here. That means the snow fit drop it that now.
No, no. He said dog go
Now
drop.
they
We'll get dry wind. He said go drop. If I roll last night, but no won't say anything. It's just like a freezing temperature, but it drop no
yeah,
go.
now at 32 be freezing temperature now. If on day 20,
Yeah, we don't have
una dey
a freezing temperature as it. A freezing temperature. It's not much. No, not much. Thank God though. I say
I'll get cold rain.
today we go see the child now carry like better whiskey or brandy now. Go for body. Tell one body. Because I mean,
uh,
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that life no funny man.
Which life?
That cold life, the cold life.
No,
I don't know.
not everybody code the fit now. You know people say this. I remember my guy like that. The guy be the Maryland. I saw and the guy there. I saw every day saying why they sick. But move. When they sick your wife now, when you if you go work, they don't call you. The ambulance can't carry out. But when the guy move, eh,
I think ambulance go carry her.
the wife every time I go ambulance, I go ambulance.
Yeah, for live there.
No, the guy I talked to the guy called his team. After 2 months, 3 months, he sent the family come here. Since then, I saw him in family. Okay, from there, we move. The guy go Dallas. When I see there now, he there this kid now. What is this place? He there, not this kid. He there, I think McCain. Is it McCain?
Oh, McKinney, I think.
McCain, there McCain, yeah.
Mm.
But the thing they work for offshore, but in the South Africa, they South Texas, near the red Odo desert area. Call the killer there.
Obviously,
But the
there.
family there, yeah. The mom, the man now. Man, that's the only way to give. No, sir. The other thing when we say, hear people when we say they, that's the way to help people again. Hmm? Let me say something. You don't come laugh when people they live. You know, so who they live here. If you're a married man, you have a problem. The best way to live happily if you find 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on work. I miss 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on. Yeah, I think you affect you though, but not that easy. More guys, let me say, they don't go find 2 weeks on to make their money. They will not come this week. For next week, they disappear. Sit down for Odessa. Sit down for all those areas, Sunset, Texas. Sit down for that place. Sit down for that for 2 weeks. They come back. They even take 1 week over time. They don't spend 1 week money, pay everything. They go see now, so they go there happily. You know my point. Something they happily that way, right? But they are losing the issue that they are losing their kids never know them again. Like there's no connection again. That's not my point. You know, so that's why they go Dallas, all those areas. It affect me a little. I'm also no just one. You know, so they go month, and they go like, and they live here like Sunday. I will work till like Monday. I'll come back home, come spend time with my. I say even as they call, this call like even that affects like they call you know he don't even cut their picking eye. Maybe gonna say they talk anymore. You see my point? It's not if you cut them. I don't say picking when you don't day. If you cut them eye, you go understand what that is saying. All right. But you know if you cut my picking eye like this, you don't understand me anymore. One day I wake up, I don't go work that day. I just take my PTO that day. I just sit down house. So I was there for up that day. They sleep. But when I saw do run my room, they sleep. So they after that I stand up. I say, what's up? He said, Daddy, you still here? I thought you left. I said, don't finish. So their mind be say every Monday, Daddy must not be at home. You understand my point? That is there. You say, I start like no. I start I can't conduct the job, man. No, nothing will make me leave that job. Let me leave that. So let me sit down here. So my point. Let me sit down here. And sometimes he didn't even like it can affect a family like bad. I get one guy who say, I know the here and wife family don't separated. The guy how they feel the guy they enjoy him because he's not connected to the children. Because the guy, his wife, he don't bring her come here from Nigeria, right? And the children don't stay used to their mommy already. So even the way the guy leave house, they don't even feel him. The guy is not feeling it. You understand my point? The guy is not feeling it. He's not feeling the connection, nothing. Yeah. The wife is there crying after he don't do big head finish. He don't finish big head now. Say he's not even care to be the second wife. I say, oh, I love me tired. He said she don't care to be the second one. Again, say she can keep her, they can keep the girlfriend he has. Everything. He just want make him come back to the house. You don't care to be a second one. I say, when you did here, the rake said now you get the whole world. You see the repercussion now. When men they house. That's no matter how you see them. When the man they house now. You know, when man they house, man go they house. Be the children and you, it affect. You know, imagine you get bad day, family bad day. Everybody with their papa, their children there with their mama only. They look this one they put it in papa, this one they put it in papa. He own self, they do with just their mama, their family day. You know, that kind of thing. They're emotionally they affect the children, even though they are not connected with the parent, but it's affecting them. The other way around. You go church, everybody family there with their family, papa, mama, children, their own only mama they there. Children they look and say, no, you know. You go party as a woman, you go party. You know, you enter party. You know, everybody there with your wife, they dance. You could just sit down only you. No fit stand up go down because you know get partner. That kind of thing. You know, before you know it, the woman they go party again. It's done for us. If they invite her for anyone, they just send the money, it's done for us. Because it's becoming like okay. You know, people don't understand the advantage of all these things. Suddenly you go through them or you hear people tell you that they go through. My brother, you know say divorce no be option. It's not an option, both men and women. I know guys may don't divorce here, but even to get gear I know one or two guys went on divorce, even to get girlfriend, so they had them. To get girlfriend, they had them. Like the girlfriend, they like to the heart. People like, okay, hey, let her go, let her go. Today, I'll find another girl. It don't happen after 6 months. Everybody find a girl self. You when the guy say one of them like they move, they club, they do this or do that. They got time. You come out class by 12, come back 4 5 in the morning, free of charge. They talk, you go they holler. I'll be the man of the house. But now they don't give you the child time now. See time now. See time. You get every time. Nobody there with you. Your wife don't leave you. Find a way. Can't stay do with children. Now you get every time to go to club. Let them go club again. You understand? You get every time to enter club. If you like, go club in 12 p.m. in the evening and come back 12 p.m. in the morning. Nobody can ask you where you coming from. You know? You go wear cloth, you go put your clothes, sleep. Invite friends, they're gonna come make you hang out for my house. Why you don't go club again? You guys say, why you know they go club again? Why you say club? You know they go there again. You know they go 12 o'clock again, come back 4 a.m. Nobody asks you because life change, everything they rotate. You know? So boy, you know, it's on both sides though. Let me also not to say because I say okay, you may think divorce is the answer to everything. No, but you go to you go one day you will stay, you just they cry on your own self. You don't even call your friends again. All your friends go depart from you. Like me now, I don't fit tell my wife say I'm go see him. Because you go they feel saying a single man now. Maybe they arrange, arrange for house, do that, this, that. So for that, me, I go they draw one leg, I go draw my leg off. Other guys, the same thing. You know, if you just say they want to go see the guy because if you say I'm go see him today, you want go see him today, you spend like a week. There's you become a suspect, like say they go there go carry on only on their house, so it can happen like guys now. So you understand my point? Yeah, for boy know it. I had 6 months, all your friends when you say that they hang out before. Never hungry hang out with you again because everybody none of this level again. So not only single people you go to hang out. When I want those single guys, where they responsibility hard. It had to see single guy where they want to play the hang out with you again. Everybody there choked up. So that is you. I said, hey, the guy will come out club. You come out 12 p.m. 12 a.m. in the morning. Don't they go club? By 4 they come back. You saw my phone, but now even the tear they go back, go drink again. That's my point. You guys don't buy before I know you. Hey, but people don't understand how this life be. This life, it has a beat. Some people just come talk. If you watching the Apple reality, man, you gonna understand. Say reality hit you. You gonna say this one or two. You gonna say this one or two. You reality hit you. Only this one or two. Not be only you financially stable. You have money, everything. But the guy, the guy not happy. You know my point. The guy get money. Not same money. Same. He's director in one of the oil company here. Money day. He can get anywhere to go in this world. Can get any place, but he's not happy. No more. The guy he's dying on loneliness and not happiness. He can't smile anymore. The smile runs out from his face. Smile not come up from his face. Only thing we will tell you, this woman, only thing the guy will tell you, say, he hate my brother. This is that people don't know the right of life. Right how I hit you, or you never don't tell you something. So it's what they are going through. I'm not just decide, say, that's all life be. No, say, that's all life be. No, say, that's all life be. Life can be funny sometimes. When you do something, the thing is not working the way you want it. Life can be funny somehow. But partner, whatever you do, it can be funny somehow. It's not easy. It's not easy, man. So that's why when we say even though they try make a chop good shit. As long as thing is not it doesn't involve threat of life or for police. I don't know my quarrel, this and no, you can do with that. That's what I can do with it. Sometimes I don't see people say, well, after involving police, they still live happily again. They will have your own boundary. Or some point now, they're still going. Because they know what it is. You know what you do for one person, even now, self, the worst to be saying, the women, you don't notice, if you don't notice something, women not agree take custody of his children again. So those women will say get higher side. They go leave you carry the children, or they go don't tell you say now one week now they share them. No, before a woman go to fight for custody of the children. Say now never come my children. Let me go the children there with me. Stop the man to see their children. But right now, woman not agree to take custody because they want their own life with children. Now suffer less they suffer. The man really bring the money. You know you go to suffer and pass. You understand my point now? You go to suffer and pass. Man will bring the money. Now, so when women are not agree to take custody, you tell say 1 week in, 1 week out. If you don't want to stay the house, I'll go meet my parents. Someone get parents here, I'll go meet my friend. I'll go, they come, they take the children. They bring, you go take 1 week, I'll take 1 week. You're surprised when nothing happen. No, nothing they happen now. They're not great. Before you go don't see the woman, when did they fight for? Ma carry the children, ma take custody of the children. Nobody come. They don't fight custody of the children again because no say with the children around, they will get 3, 4 children. They don't have a life anymore. Because only them don't know the if you like they get money, you just bring money. They don't have a life, they can't even go out, they can't even go party, they don't feel do anything, they just stay with the children throughout. So most women now know they want that they custody of the children. They go, okay, we could share them. 1 week you can't take, the other week they with me. This week he will be with you, or that week, or it's okay. Every week, every other weekend, make they with you. But before you see women go don't tell you say like they don't want to see near your children. This that. It not be anymore. Things are changing fastly. Fastly self when you go reach self men self. Now women go pay child support. Women will just decide it's okay, it's my fault. Maybe the man have the children, man the person child support. He say, you got my point. Women go tell you say, maybe they pay the child support, make you hold the children. Because not easy thing. You know easy thing to you tell you say make a man they pay the child support, make they take care of the children, make the man they take care of the children, they pay child support. Now you know say well, life don't change, oh. Life no easy again, oh. You know the life no easy again, oh. Woman they pay child support, make I take care of the children. Not be man they pay child support, they take care of the children. You know, if you enter that level as they go, what thing they go on now, you go reach that level. You go reach that level, woman go, okay, those okay, clear way we make money. Okay, man, they pay the start of make you deal with children. Take custody, no worry. You go be happy. Because women now, they not agree, oh. They not agree, oh. They not agree. They not agree. They not agree at all. Boy, don't tire, man.
They ask you for comment section. Say the person where they say will be cross line. IMB.
Wait, so waiting.
Look the comment section.
Obi cross line. Who the pedigree of the? It doesn't matter pedigree, my brother. As I hear a supporter, even though you don't get pedigree, you say a cross line because that's what supporters do. It doesn't matter if you have pedigree or you don't have pedigree for anything. As far as you talk anything against their party, you don't cross line now. If people didn't say cross line, that means that there's no democracy. Nigeria is not existing. It cannot tell me if I'm a full APC supporter, a full card member, a full APC. Will be say other thing he said. Now we'll clap for him. Now I go tell and say this guy don't cross. So don't cross what those they do, because that is what opposition party what they should be doing in Nigeria, but they're not doing it. You know, they're not doing. So he didn't cross any line, but as a position party, as a ruling party, he crossed line for them. Therefore, we will say he didn't cross any. What he said, and they know what he said is true. They know that what he said is a true thing. But he can't. Because they say who say mass with no sweet? Who say mass with no sweet? Everyone mass with sweet. If they like, make pepper full mass with sweet. So no matter how Tinubu bar rich, if some APC could tell you say that's the best government. In short, that's the best government we ever seen. It's just like me from Imo State now. People tell Hopus or Dimma, what he don't do don't pass Mbakwe. We know about Samuel Okpara Mbakwe time. That even the road Mbakwe did is still motorable by now. There's no pothole. Some of us tell you say what thing Hopus might have done. No governor in Nigeria, in Imo State, have done such a thing. Even in Bakwe, have not done such a thing. If you look at they look at us like they say, "What? Yeah, that's how life is." So if nobody comes to say that, that means there's no opposition party, there's no ruling party. Everybody, Nigeria is scared of Nigeria. If someone can say something, nobody reply. Nobody, they will clap for him. You know that's why we don't have opposition party. That's why it's like he assumes there's opposition party is existing. All right. So that's why you will like, okay, everything. You don't know what to be said. Nobody will come to say such a thing. Everybody just like, okay, it's a normal thing. Let's move on. Let's move on. We say we want to put in life on the line. When no go put in life, die to the way, nothing will happen. You go die to nothing will happen. And that person go still come out. You just die to the way. Live in wife as a widow. Next 2 years, somebody else come to mama your wife. You know. But somebody else will take over your wife. You go don't say Nigeria is not one die from. Nigeria is not I give her 6 months only. How they find one, somebody else will take over. One time, you don't take over, you don't die to the way. You know. Other people they go follow in fans, obedient go follow another person. You know, he will become a history. Like Abiola become a history now. That's it will become history. You know, it will become history. Never rule Nigeria, but it's a history. It become history. You know, that, like nobody want to become history. You know, you are dying for something. They come, they throw away you now. No, sorry, my brother. Yeah, yes, 1 year, 6 months, everything done. They'll forget you. Life just move on, just like the way it is before. Life move on. All over the world, you don't have to. Brother, don't need to die for. I say, why you ready to put in life? You don't put in life for. But you only life you go put. You know, how many life they put on the line. Some people are living for him. That's what people don't understand. I tell people that a lot. Don't think your life is for yourself. There's somebody that is living every day. You are causing them to live. So if you understand my point now, you know, say every day you live, you think that it's your life only. Sometimes there are so many people they put fun on their face, even their little money. They have hope because of you. If anything happens to you, they may go out. They may also join one with another. Not that they will kill themselves because of the way it happened. They will start thinking, oh, hope is lost. Before you know it, you know, if you right, before you know it, from there they go. You know, people are even though you are not rich, they still have hope. That's okay. You are there for them. After you are there, they have hope that you are there. So if you say you think that God you have to keep your life, you know, you keep your life. How many life you are putting on life? What could be now? All the people when they help, you know, many people they're like they pray for them every day, make this man alive, so they feed their life. Then they put their life on the line. Not go put your life on the line, no. Not only your life, they put thousands of people life on the line. Hunger will kill some people. Hunger will finish some people because there will be no day. Hunger will kill so many people because of that. No matter whatever we say, even at Tinubu Day, so everything happened to Tinubu today, people go die, go plenty. But people in the field, no be one, no be three. Yes. So every life matters. So every life not be your own. You may be living as your OVA, Chi, that, this, Ozo, this, that. But sometimes you still have people that live for you, that they pray for you every day. You should succeed. You know, if they succeed, them have even as school fees, you must find them. If not rice, you buy, you do some. So they also live in pray for you to survive, so that then go also pay. So that me and they pray, okay, make also person making reach that level, so that you will call me, oh, Chi, come on. Like I pray for my friends. So one day if you now get appointment now, he gets more contract. Know my work. They'll say, nah, guy, come back, come Nigeria. Come Nigeria, take this starting project, $something million, or just start a project, 2-kilometer road. I don't need to be an engineer. I don't hire people. You know my point. That's what people live. Some people say no, Sabi, no get. You just go corporate affairs, go register one company. Call them OVA or source of construction company. Corporate affairs, don't register them. You don't get workers, do everything. Carry out with a heading, bam. They give the contract, Simon will give you 200 million, start the road. You go meet local construction. They will start the help you how they do. Before you they go. You're making money because you get somebody, someone when there's someone who did the position. So that kind of person, they pray. Okay, if you go for some person, they will go for you also. Sometimes you may end up after you do all those things, the person will not remember you. Sometimes they remember also. And they go say, okay, my guy, say, I know this no be a job, I get this contract, man. If I transformer, I get one state, they need about 100 transformers. Can you do the business? I said, okay. I find transformer now, mark them up. No, I'm marking up now. If you find transformer, a mark them by 10%, each transformer. Damn. Yeah, marking there everywhere. No, this is Nigeria they do that thing. Now I know say everybody forget that when Nigeria is Nigeria corrupt. Nigeria no reach here with they corrupt too. Here now corrupt. Everything we from a community will be mark them. We mark them some 30%, 40%. Don't mark and give you. You go mark everything and market the mark them. You go see and they don't call them. No say in English. You hear mark up. You go say na mark up. Na just serious. Just say na they go add like 20-30% of the money. They go mark and give you one time. You know say the job is like 4,000. We'll mark it up to 12,000. That concern you. If you sabi now, if you sabi. For Nigeria, it's easy to. What I understand in Nigeria is easy to get caught than here. I feel, see, it's not my line why I did. Like, I feel, even here, I feel call somebody in Nigeria, and it's what I need. Even someone who goes slow, he will give you diameter, the length, and that way you need, without even looking at book. You need to tell us, okay, I need something. Say, which model? See the model. See this one. You say, oh, God, I get them. Oh, God, you see, he will give you exactly what you need. You understand my point? But here, if you like, call them read tomorrow. Give them everything. They will tell you, say, ask you question where you say, if you're not take a client, if you're not in the field, can you understand question they go people say something, you want to buy something, this special machine for this, to like a coupler to couple this thing. They go answer you. So if you don't know what you are, if you are not on the line, you can't even answer that question. They will tell you, should go back to whoever give you the thing. They won't sell it for you. But in Nigeria, immediately you call, they will ask you, what do you need? You talk. They say, okay, I get them. See the amount. You don't know how much they said that thing. But here, if you like, call the whole America. Tell us, see what I need. What is it? Say, I need so thing to do this. They say, what is it make? What is, you go, what diameter? What is this? What is this? You can't measure anything. You know what they ask you. You just leave us. So they can't even give you price. So if me, that I know the measurement, what they're talking, if a man can give you price, you can no place where you fit like ask them, like it's hard for you to like 80% you cannot get the price of what I'm giving you because the question I'm going to answer you, you cannot provide us information, so they won't like give you the price. So that's why the markup here they work. But in Nigeria, immediately back and up. But those two cars go make. I tell you how much they sell up. I tell you, but I call also place now. See how much they sell the same thing. How will they worry you? Why go they can't tell? So that's how it is. They mark everything up. They mark up lots of money go see everywhere. Legit money, no be applico. Nigeria is not applico. It's applico. If they do applico, you do this, you go here fire. But here they go mark up. Like the English name. That English name, man. The English name. Now they convince people. If they put something on top, they put something on top. They know so okay, the money put on top. But here, tell you, okay, this one is here for 5,000, but after marking up on labor, it will be like 12,000. You don't get choice, so they will tell you. They don't hide them. Hey, sir, everything is 4,000, 5,000, but after the markup and everything, it's gonna come 12,000. The man go pick my keys up. I beg. Don't wait for me, tire. Right?
Thank
If
you,
I
man.
tell you are coming now, make I know my
Huh?
plan. You know, some point.
Okay.
Anytime I come, I know my plan.
All
All
right.
right. Take care now.
Appreciate it. Also, if you wish line, you come late. Go back and start from the
Maybe
beginning. Also, I know say you're asking a rhetorical question, but
when which side we cross?
ah,
The power line.
mm,
3,000 votes. You go cross 3,000 votes. Power line. The one shock him. Hey, you kids. Are they listening for? I will do the listing.
also you are coming at a time where I'll close the parlor. And you dey come. Uh, you just who comes self. You know, like you know, share. You just barge into enter like that. So it's yeah,
I be watch okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean she already go one man want to move on Saturday. I think on Saturday, Abi. You watch him?
I know. I know. Could remember. He don't go before I
From
see. This guy did
beginning.
there now.
Nah, she already one pressing block us. You know, say, I see your one man now. One pressing block us more for him. You know, but the one I found out be say one pressing block up for us more. One pressing block up, it did not work. But it was a nice show though. The guy talk a lot of things. End of the day, everything I know like him, I talk, you know, talking to damage people.
This guy did there now. Prince Adewale did there now.
Eh?
I think Prince Adewale did there with her now.
On Sunday now. Yeah. I have to make it
No,
back
this
from
guy
you.
did there now. In the Adewale did with her now in the interview.
Yeah, that how the pastor should look. Yeah. Yeah. Also good.
In the interview Adewale now.
Yeah.
I think in the interview Adewale now.
In the Adewale now.
Oh.
Because Adewale a man now. I no go there, go listen to them. What's the Let's go. Why not go there, go listen to your man? Huh?
Well, you know, sleep there my eyes. Thank you, also. I see say you don't like. You see say I catch you.
Yeah, sit down, guys.
Uh, all right, guys, man. Okay. Sure.
Tomorrow, don't worry, tomorrow. No, tomorrow, you're already getting.
Also, I go be now. You come late. Oh. Go. After you go one man, you go listen to Prince Adebayo. And we'll call it a day from here. Thank you very much, everyone that tuned in. Like, share, and subscribe if you have not done that as you go out. And have a good night rest, guys. Ciao, ciao. Uzo will talk.